Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. This time we're taking a bit of a detour from our usual episode progression, as we've got a special extra DLC episode that we'll be playing before we head on to episode 3. I was instructed that story-wise, it makes the most sense to be playing this now instead of waiting until the end, as it might be a bit of a tonal whiplash, so to speak, which I can definitely understand where they're coming from with that. So we're going to be heading over to the SP episode today, over here, and then once we finish this, we'll go back and finish 3 through 5 in their correct order. Hey Jack, how's it going? Finally getting around to Deltarune. Nice. I'm very excited to be streaming chapters 3 and 4. I already put it on the schedule. I don't know when exactly it's going to be, because it's there's a couple other games I'd like to play first. But rest assured, Deltarune 3 and 4 will be coming on stream eventually in the near future. Why are we able to, like, episode select this? How do we, is this just, you could just do checkpoints? Is that just the thing in this game? You could just do checkpoints apparently, even for episodes you've never done before. Okay, well I'm picking day 1. I'm not reading anything else in that list there. That looks like spoilers up the wazoo. That's a weird ability. You could just skip to the end, but I guess, I mean, if you've played it before, I guess that's kind of nice.
My name is Phoenix Wright, head of the Wright Anything Agency and a lawyer. Although, I was doing something else entirely for a while there. As for why I decided to formally get back into lawyering, let's just say there's unfinished business to take care of. Anyway, I thought I'd reminisce about my first case back on the job. And what a case it was. It happened only a few months after Athena joined our office.
So this was originally a paid DLC for this game on 3DS, which is not something you really see in this series, let alone something you see on 3DS for that matter. But I see we already have, like, way more voice acting than we have had so far in the entire game. All I know about this is that it involves a whale, because that's all I remember seeing on the eShop. That's like the only thing that's even remotely... Why does the whale have a mustache?
He made it just in time.
Why does it have a mustache? Okay. This is... okay. You know this case? You've seen it before? This is like a Phoenix Wright-esque Phoenix Wright case already. You've seen part of it, okay. Well, I have no idea what's going on. I do appreciate that they didn't spoil the crime in the first 10 seconds. I'll give them that so far. Big fan of that. But yeah, so this one is Phoenix Wright's first case after regaining his badge. I don't know how that works. I've thought usually when people get disbarred, they're not allowed to become lawyers again. But maybe I'm wrong about that. I thought usually you get banned from lawyering. I mean, that's a pretty big no-no. Maybe you can, and maybe it's just people don't trust you anymore. I guess it's the downside. Today's my first day back on the job as a lawyer. Putting his attorney's badge on again really makes it hit home. Boy, am I pumped. Even Trucy said, looking good, Daddy. So, Athena, Apollo, what do you think of the old attorney's badge? Wow. This ship-shaped aquarium show is great. I can't get enough of it. Athena? I still can't believe they showed Swashbuckler Spectacular on TV. A good thing I recorded this. Now, who's ready for another viewing? You've already watched it 5 times. Let's watch something else now. How can you even suggest such a thing? This show is therapeutic. Boss here, asking you guys a question. What's so therapeutic about watching a killer whale? What? Don't you know anything? Animal-assisted therapy is an established psychiatric treatment. You're kidding. That kind of thing really exists? It's a real thing. I've been to the aquarium myself to try it, and it really helps. I still go there every now and then to further my psychology studies. The last time I went, I saw a dolphin and an orca swimming around together. It was so Hey, you think you two can quit goofing off and do some work for a change? Work? What work? Work? We've already cleaned the toilet. Twice. Each. Hey, wait a minute. Is that your badge I see? Wow, congrats on getting your attorney's badge back, boss. Thanks. Starting today, I'm officially a lawyer again. Sheesh. Took him long enough to notice. Gee, Mr. Wright. That badge on you, you suddenly look so capable. Haha. Thanks. It's not like I was some lazy bum, you know. Why'd you suddenly so fired up to get your badge back anyway? Well, I made a promise to a certain someone. An important promise. What could be so important? Anyway, we have 3 lawyers now, so we'd better start taking on lots of work. Yeah, right. As if you ever get more than one case at once. I want that Phoenix Wright game. Is there ever a time, like, now that they have, like, 3 of them, do we get, like, 2 different simultaneous cases going on side by side? And then, like, somehow at the end they come together, and there actually turns out that both cases were involved with each other? I mean, we kind of got that in 3.5 a little bit. Like, there was a lot of jumping around in 3.5. I want that again. That'd be kind of cool. I'm all for that. Let's get this agency hopping. Well, we have plenty of enthusiasm. All we need now are some clients. It's been 8 years since I last wore this badge. I feel like a rookie all over again. Can't think of any whale puns. I was trying to think of like what I was even going to call this. I knew a whale was like, involved, but the problem was I didn't know to what extent, so it kind of put a damper on what I was going to use as a stream title. Oh well. Next part means we'll get the best whale pun as the title. And it's just it. The owner of Shipshape Aquarium, Captain Jack Shipley, has been murdered. The suspect in the case is reportedly already in custody inside the aquarium. Isn't the aquarium where we were just watching, Athena? It is. I can't believe it. A murder at Shipshape Aquarium? But I love that place. We need to get to the bottom of this. Wow, did our client already show up? I thought you were in custody. Why are you doing here? The police looking for you? I don't know if I want you in my office then. I need Phoenix Wright to save my friend. Who in the world is this? Are you a client? Wait, that costume. It looks just like... I've got it. You must work at Shipshape Aquarium. That's right, you minnow-it. I'm Sasha Buckler. I perform like an agile catfish in our pirate show. He'll blowfish your mind. Minnow? Blowfish? Those puns floundered a bit. Alright, see, the game's providing puns for us. It's doing all the work we need. We don't have to do it, lift a finger. I figured out the client's identity. Chuck went up for an analytical psychology. Again, though, I thought the client was in captivity at the aquarium. What? You're not the client then, clearly. My friend is under suspicion of murder. Oh, that's why I gotta find this Phoenix Wright guy. Well, I'm Phoenix Wright. And this is Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. They're lawyers, too. If there's anything you need, all you have to do is ask. Same goes for me, too, Miss Buckler. Haha, just call me Sasha. And I'll call you all by your first names, too, if that's all right. Phoenix, Apollo, Athena, you have to help me. Please save my friend. I guess we better start by asking her more about her defense request. I mean, I guess this clearly isn't the pirate, or the client. Miss Buckler, Sasha, could you tell us more about why you need our help? A friend suspected of murdering the captain of Shipshape Aquarium. Captain? I thought the victim was the owner of the aquarium. Yeah, well, our aquarium has a pirate ship theme. That's why we call the owner our captain. We call the employees the crew, too. That's a pretty unusual aquarium you got there. Anyway, one of the crew members, my friend, is being suspected of the captain's murder. I already decided she's guilty. I think they're going to give her the death penalty. What? What happened to due process? My friend is as sweet as gentle as a whale shark. She won't hurt a guppy. I know there's no way she murdered anyone, but they won't believe me. With a name like Wright, I figured you'd be able to help me set them straight. What about him? His name's literally Justice. Is he not good enough for you? Wait a minute. Don't tell me she picked you all because of a bad pun. Ouch. See, my reputation doesn't precede me. It's been 8 years. You're gonna have to build it up again. But seriously, I think it can't be the real reason she's here. What's the real reason you picked me, Sasha? Well, to be honest, I asked a whole slew of lawyers, but they all refused. They said stuff like, there's no merit to taking on your case. I'm not sure I can help. It's cool shocks, with hearts pointier than white bait. Oh, I can really feel Sasha's frustration. With nobody on her side, she must feel all alone. But helping people like her is the whole reason I became a lawyer in the first place. I heard about a lawyer named Phoenix Wright. They say he defends clients to the end, no matter how bleak the circumstances. Guess my reputation does precede me. Not sure how well deserved it is, though. So, wait, how did she hear about him? He just got his badge back. Was it, like, in the papers? Was he really that famous that was like, holy shit, Phoenix Wright's back? Like, it's been 8 years. How old is she? How did she know about this? His, like, reputation from 8 years ago? Thought to myself, if anybody can save my friend, it's you, Phoenix. Quite a tall order there for a man who just got his badge back. But I don't want to let Sasha down. Or her friend. Let's help her, Mr. Wright. Let's save her friend. It's just what I was thinking. Sasha, we'll accept your case. You will? Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver. Literally. Well, no time to stand around and mull it over things. I want you to meet my friend right away. Come to Shipshape Aquarium with me. You got it. And I'll go too. Sorry, but I need you to stay here and keep an eye on the office until Trucy gets back. You never know when a new client might stop by. How come I'm the one who has to stay behind? Because you don't have a case, so you need to wait for a case, okay? So shut up and stay at the office, like a good lawyer. Thanks a million, Apollo. Well, ladies, let's move to the aquarium, shall we? Can we? I can't examine the plant. I'm sorry. Hopefully, we don't need to examine it anytime soon. Okay. So Apollo's gonna be our wingman for this one. I think the last game has Nick and Apollo working on 2 cases. Oh, that's kind of sick. I want to see that. If they make a new one, they should do one where it's all 3 of them working on 3 different cases then. You know, really make a really complex looking one. Oh, this looks cool. I love this kind of tunnel in aquariums. This one looks like really fancy. Wow, this is gorgeous. It's just like being under the sea. Yes, it's the Aqua Tunnel. My pride and joy. I'm really glad you like it. Is that like part of the job description? You just have to make terrible sea life puns all day? That sounds horrible. I hope she's getting paid immensely well for that. I'm gonna go on ahead and fill the detective in on your arrival. Take a look around the tunnel and come meet me at the pool up ahead on the right. Hey boss, this cute little fish. That would be delicious grilled. Seriously? Is that really all you could think of? Well, I didn't get to eat lunch today. Oh, and here comes some grilled chicken. Yes, chicken. It's not a chicken, it's a penguin. Come here, little cutie. Damn, they even got the penguins working for him. It ignored me. Maybe it was hungry too. Oh, look, it dropped something. Oh, it's an ad for the Swashbuckler Spectacular Show. The penguin had a whole bunch of these stuffed in its backpack. So it's passing out flowers, huh? Flyers, huh? How cute. Carry a penguin that distributes flyers? Maybe we could use one of those for our office. Advertisement showing an orca dressed up like a pirate. It was dropped by a penguin. Very important info there. Specifically dropped by a penguin. We're gonna get a witness during the trial who's like, yeah, there's we have a puffin going around distributing flyers. And Phoenix is gonna be like, yeah, bullshit you do. That was a penguin. See, Your Honor, this guy's lying. Can't trust him. Well, we can't keep the client waiting. Better go get going. Yeah, you're right. Time to roll up her sleeves. I wonder if the reason the victim isn't asking us is because they're unable to talk. Yeah, I mean, usually victims in murder cases are, it's kind of tricky to talk with them, unfortunately. especially right now and even in this world, because we don't have Maya with us to commune with them. Yeah, but usually dead people are pretty hard to speak with. Yeah. Huh? I don't see Sasha. Ah, are you the two lawyers Miss Buckler mentioned? Detective Fulbright? Are you the lead detective on this case? That's right. As long as evil exists in this world, there'll be no rest for me. And who is your sea urchin-like friend there? I don't believe we've met. Is he talking about me? I'm the defendant's lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Well, I'm Detective Bobby Fulbright. People don't usually get to see this area. It's only open now because of the investigation. You two are pretty lucky to get this peek behind the scenes of an aquarium. Lucky, right. This guy's even louder than Apollo. So, where is the suspect being questioned? And where's Miss Buckler? Ah, there she is. Is Bras here to show off? Okay, I mean, that's fine. Except for me, Timbers. I'll be one of the dead pirate Nostish's serving squabs. I beg your pardon? I'm not anyone's swab, scurvy or otherwise. Much shameless than the sea lion you be, trying to make off with your best buckle. If you want to pick a fight with us, you'd better bring along an army of great white sharks. Sorry, I don't speak whale. Killer or otherwise. Sasha, what's going on here? Let me introduce you. This is the friend I was telling you about. Her name is Aura Shipley. But she only responds to Orla, so that's what people call her. I'm her trainer. She's the suspect in the murder, but she'd never hurt anybody. She's the suspect. Yeah, and thank goodness you came before they put her down. I'm really grateful to the two of you. I just know you'll save Orla. I feel like we've had weirder. Don't tell me you didn't even know who your client was. It's his first day back on the job. Give him some slack. An orca is the suspect? Our client is an orca. Is this for real? Did I forget to mention? Oopsie. That's one very big oopsie. By the way, what was with that mustache earlier? Oh, this be part of my costume for the Swashbuckler Spectacular. When I be wearing the mustache, I be one of Campanola's swashbucklers. Transformation is dramatic as a pufferfish's, wouldn't you say? I don't think I would ever say that. It's a pirate-themed aquarium, so that's why Orla's wearing a pirate hat, right? Yep, she really loves wearing hats. She puts them on all the time. But her fake mustache keeps falling off, so that's a problem. I see. Well, why don't we start with you telling us a little bit more about Orla? Knew I was thinking the orca was going to be the suspect. How the fuck is this going to work? It's one thing to question a parrot. At least the parrot can talk and respond. And we did work with a foreigner, but the foreigner at worst has a language barrier. They still speak human words. How the fuck is this supposed to work? There's no translator for whale. It's not even human. Are you technically the defendant then, since, you know, you have to pretty much stand in for the whale? We're not gonna have much of a game here if it was just the whale and not you. So you're really serious about me defending Orla? Of course I am. You're the only one who can do it, Phoenix. I heard you once question an animal during a trial. I got your client off the hook. There's a big difference between questioning an animal and defending an animal. One doesn't have rights, and the other one's a parrot. No way. You did that? I might have tried something like that at one point in my career. You're gonna have to tell me about this later. I'll ask Apollo for all the juicy details. When I heard you didn't discriminate against animals, I knew you'd hear me out. I think you might have misunderstood a part of that. There's a big difference between questioning an animal and defending an animal. I have to warn you though, I don't know anything about orcas. I mean, they don't eat people, do they? Don't orcas can't they attack people? Haven't there been, like, incidents where they do attack people? Ugh, I think I made her mad. I won't have you talk that way in front of Orla. Orcas have feelings too, you know. Yeah, boss. They have emotions just like we do. Sorry. Is anger the only feeling I inspire in women? I don't know, Maya didn't seem upset during her tenure here. Don't worry. She says she forgives you. Besides, Orcas are very picky eaters. Orla here only eats fish. The captain went to feed Orla this morning. Then he was found dead in this very room. Could you tell us more about his death? No, see, the parrot was way better. The parrot at least could speak English. And it also knew and could talk to people. Like, it responded to human language. There's a big difference between questioning a parrot and this. How are you supposed to question an orca? So the owner of the aquarium, Jack Shipley, was discovered and murdered. Yeah, it was about 10:10 this morning, just after the aquarium opened. A visitor was viewing the orca pool from the visitor's corridor and screamed. The orca pool is this tank here? Yeah, that's right. This pool is built so guests can see into it from the corridor on the first floor. Security guard and I heard the scream and came running into his pool room. Where he found the captain dead at the side of the pool in his swashbuckler costume. He was as big and tough as an old crocodile, the captain. Still can't believe he's dead. Mr. Shipley was very important to you, wasn't he? Sorry. I didn't mean to get all sad goldfish on you. Sad goldfish? Someone's gonna have to explain that pun to me, too. Okay, time to snap right out of it. When it's showtime, it's time to smile. That's what the captain always said. By the way, do you know exactly why exactly Orla is being accused of the crime? It's probably just guilty by association, considering this is her pool. Can you think of any reason why Orla would come under suspicion? Police think Orla went berserk during practice for the Swashbuckler Spectacular. But Orla would never do anything like that. Right, Orla? Yeah, I don't know if I trust this whale. Oh, just look at that face. Isn't she adorable? The charges just have to be false. Now, see, that's what a murder would want you to think. Someone who's guilty, they're gonna act all innocent. That's how they get you. Hate to break it to you, but the police don't usually base their decisions on cuteness. You sure about that? Because I feel like that's happened at least once before. That's right, we base them on facts. Take a look at this. Oh, do you now? That's a new development. Basing your conclusions on facts? Photo of the victim, huh? He's got a wound on his head. Very perceptive. The victim and the orca were the only ones here. How the fuck is an orca supposed to make a tiny little head wound like that? What's more, we couldn't find a weapon of any kind around. Like, honestly, if anything, it just looks like he slipped, fell, bumped his head on, like, the edge of the pool, and died. Honestly, looking at this photo, I would almost think this is an accident, more than anything. Could totally see this being an accident. So what's the theory on how Orla supposedly killed the victim? They say orcas sometimes kill their prey by ramming into them underwater. We believe that this orca did just that by pulling the victim into the 65-foot pool and then ramming him while they were in the water. That sounds a lot more than just, like, that's premeditated. What the fuck? How is an orca performing premeditated murder? No any suspects besides Orla. This could be one tough case. No official autopsy has been ordered, but an orca attack makes sense. Why hasn't one been ordered? Accidental death due to a failure to exercise proper oversight over an animal. So, it's an animal, first of all. Animals don't get tried for murder. Second of all. Third of all, if it was an accident, then no one is the perpetrator. Why am I here? The medical examiner said it wasn't a homicide, so we don't need an autopsy. But we're treating it as a homicide, so you do need an autopsy. Is Orla's going to be put down without proper investigation? That isn't fair. That's nothing short of police negligence, Detective Fulbright. Yet the animal doesn't have rights. So there's nothing negligent about this. The incident wasn't determined a homicide, so there's nothing we can do, Miss Sykes. Ordinarily, the owner of the aquarium would be held responsible for the oversight failure. But the owner is the victim himself, so all we can do is hold the orca responsible. Phoenix, isn't there anything you can do? They're gonna put Orla down. Sasha and Orla are depending on me. I want to do everything I can to help them. How do I help an orca? Wait. Yeah, I can do this. Set Orla free. Be free. Run. Run from the cops. I'm tempted to pick the third option, but Phoenix isn't that dumb. When we find the real killer. I mean, clearly that's what we're going to be here for, right? That's what Phoenix is known to do. I'll find the real killer. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. I'll do everything I can to help you. Wait just one moment. You're not a police officer or prosecutor. Newsflash, I don't know if you noticed when you were hanging out with those two chumps last time, but that's kind of what we do. You're not even officially the defendant's lawyer. You have no right to investigate. I thought you said this wasn't treated as a homicide. Not officially Orla's lawyer, huh? Well, in that case, I know exactly what I have to do. Well, fine. I got my badge back now, so I know exactly what I have to do. I'll defend Orla in court. Huh? Even an orca deserves a fair trial. If the one responsible for Orla is dead, then I'll take responsibility for her. Yo, what? I guess doing crazy things just once in your career wasn't enough, huh? Yeah, there's a lot more that no one's told you than the parrot story, huh? But what the heck? I'll take responsibility for it too. Are you two insane? This is a case of accidental death caused by an animal. It's not a murder case. With no evidence of foul play, this case will never go to court. Let's investigate the crime scene. If we can prove this was a murder, we might be able to take it to trial. And then Orla would certainly need the help of a few good lawyers. I guess so. But who's ever heard of a trial for a killer whale? Just because it's never been done before doesn't mean we can't do it now. But... Please, Detective Fulbright, for justice's sake. The police have determined that an animal as harmed a human should be put down. But I don't know for sure whether that was a just decision. If your sense of justice compels you to take on the defense of this animal, then my sense of justice tells me to let this case be re-examined for possible merit. You mean it? Really? Oh, that's fantastic. You're not such a bad guy after all, Detective Fulbright. Just remember, this case hasn't been officially recognized as a homicide yet. I'll get in touch with the prosecutor's office, but I'm not making any promises. Anyway, I better be off. Defend Orla in court? Yeah, this is what we're doing. What, you got a problem with my client? Are you souring his good name? Her good name? Orla the whale? You two are a lifeboat. I'll be right here if you need me. Thanks. Got a feeling we'll really need your help with this investigation. I'm still not sure if he'll go to trial, but as Orla's lawyers, we'll do everything we can. To get this case in the court, we'll need a prosecutor to make an indictment. So we have to find enough evidence to prove it's a criminal case. There just has to be something that shows the culprit was somebody other than Orla. Detective Fulbright said there were no weapons in the area, other than her. What the fuck is that crate over there, then? So we better look for something to prove him wrong. I better make a note of that so I don't forget. Sure, organized, boss. Maybe I should get a notebook of my own. I just like to jot down notes on the case in the court record as I go along. We can use it as a sort of to-do list. Great idea. I'll add things too. Whenever we're stuck, we can refer to the notes. Also, drowning. Yeah, drowning's like a perfect weapon. Like, okay, but there was an injury though, to be fair. We have to prove that the injury was caused not by the whale. So, we're probably going to need some other item that's not the pool itself. I mean, maybe the killer just choke-slammed the guy into the pool and that's why the head wound exists, but I don't think that's the case. Alright, I don't know why we're getting a tutorial in this one. Was there the expectation that people play this without having played any of the other cases on the 3DS? There. Note jotted. Now let's investigate this crime scene. Must be some evidence here we can use in court. Examining the crime scene from every angle is the key here. That's right. If we change our perspective, we might come across new evidence. Let's first see what we can find. We're just getting a full tutorial despite having had one last case. Alright, I get it. We knew how to do this. I know it came out a while after the base game, but like, why would you put a tutorial in the DLC? That's weird. That doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, people are gonna buy this game, not play the rest of the game, and only play this one DLC case. Totally. Yeah, refresh players on how to play Phoenix Wright. I don't know what there is to refresh. Maybe if this was case 1, sure. Alright. Let's get started, please. We don't need to see tutorial 3,000 million billion times. Alright, let's examine first and then we'll talk to her. What does this room look like? Okay. We'll start from this angle. Why is there a giant chicken meat thing up here? There's a piece of meat and a plastic hoop suspended from the ceiling. Talk about clashy decor. I guess Orla really likes meat. Who knew they fed such large chunks, though? All orcas are carnivores. You knew that, right? Of course, silly. And I love meat, too. Protein is your body's basic building block, after all. But that meat is made out of rubber. I doubt Orla could really eat it, even if she wanted to. You mean she tells me to tell me she jumps all the way up there and doesn't get a reward? The poor girl, after all that effort. I don't think Orla is as dumb as you think she is. Setting sun. Sunsets always remind me of how quickly the day goes by. Oh, boss! It's just a painted backdrop, you know. Down, Athena. Of course I know. I guess you use it for the Swashbuckler Spectacular. It looks handmade. Ooh, I just got an idea. Why don't we make our own not guilty backdrop? And present it to the judge when things aren't going our way? No, we put psychological pressure on the judge by hanging it behind the defendant. I almost want to see how the judge would respond to that. I feel like that might get you thrown out of court. Again. Hey, look! There's an apparatus here to hang from. Just a reminder, let's try and keep spoilers to the case to a minimum there. In chat, preferably. Considering I haven't played this case yet. I don't think it's for people to hang from. Looks more like a crane to move things with. Sasha was hanging from it during the Swashbuckler Spectacular. Bet there are all kinds of ways to use it, not just moving things. Come on, boss. Try thinking outside the box. Is she trying to say I have a narrow-minded view of things? Who do you think I am? Fucking Ace Attorney over here. Can't think outside the box? Bullshit. It's too far away to get a good look. Better get a little closer first. Oh, but you can get close to this thing. Okay. Yikes. Look at that huge octopus. That must be a show prop too. One of its legs is missing though. Wouldn't it be exciting to take on a huge enemy like that? I'd like to give it a try myself. As a lawyer, that is. You know you have an insufficient number of limbs to out-object it, right? Yo, Orca fun facts? I want some Orca fun facts. Doesn't look like the ladder goes all the way down to the bottom of the pool. But there's usually water in the pool, so it doesn't need to. So apparently the pool spans 2 whole floors. Ordinarily, visitors only get to see what they can from the first floor. But they said on TV that sometimes they give behind-the-scenes tours. Sounds like that Swashbuckler Spectacular show you recorded is really coming in handy. Can we submit that as evidence to the court? Just the entire, like, show? And do we have to, like, sit there and watch it during the trial? Look at this cannon, I love it. Hey, there's a cannon in the shape of a shark. I'd love to try firing that thing. Are these cannonballs supposed to look like fish eggs or something? But why fish eggs? Why not baby sharks? I don't think baby sharks are very round. Think how crazy it would be to have sharks go flying through the air. Watch the thrilling life-or-death struggle as the little tykes fight to stay alive out of the water. I can see it now. The drama, the mayhem, The whirlwind of teeth. Tornado sharks? Not even Hollywood could conjure up something that insane. Totally. I mean, why would they make a movie about shark tornadoes? You know how stupid that would be? They would never do it. Oh look, there's a ball in the water. Is that another prop for the show? That's one of Orla's toys. She plays volleyball with it. Yeah, it's usually in the bin. I guess I must have forgotten to put it away yesterday. Oh, I wish I could play volleyball with Orla. It was much fun fighting you as a mean old lobster. I like it. Not many people want to be on the receiving end of Orla's fastball. Her fastball? Yeah, she likes to be naughty and slam the ball into things around the pool. You should hear the sound that ball makes when it crashes into stuff. Well, maybe some other time. Suddenly went from fighting lobster to reluctant hermit crab. Ola's not gonna notice me from here. I better move around to the front. Thought we already... Oh, I didn't talk to her. Yes, talk to the whale. Is that show makeup above Orla's eye? I don't know what else it could be. That's right. It's a starfish. Kinda makes her look like a punk rockin' pirate, don't you think? A punk rock pirate killer whale? It's official. Society's on the road to ruin. Oh, that's what it took, did it, Phoenix? Punk rocker whales? That's where you draw the line? Well, I think Orla has one hot rockfish. Speaking of rockin', how do you get Orla to do what you want during the show? I give her signals with this whistle. Oh, but I didn't hear anything just now. The sound's out of range of human hearing, just like a dog whistle. Dogs have better hearing than people do. I can even hear the whistle underwater. That's so cool. I wish I could give commands to Orla. Anybody can do that. All they have to do is learn the signals. Here, Athena. You can have one of our whistles. Consider it a present. Seems like a really dangerous thing to just be handing out to anyone. Like, what if Athena came to one of your shows one day and just, like, decided to blow the whistle? Like, completely trolled the whole show. As for the actual commands, I'm afraid I can't teach them to you. They're top secret. I mean, we could also just watch you. Just saying that's possible. So is this the only other way in? The doors are slightly open and there are police officers standing guard outside. Guess they're watching to make sure we don't try any funny business. Well, now that you've said it, I suddenly feel the urge to do something. How about if I suddenly break out some squat exercises? That would be pretty funny. Yeah, that might cause a few raised eyebrows in ways you don't want, Athena. Oh, here we go. The chalk line. Nothing much to see here. They clicked on it. Fuck you. Missed the click. What a mess. Was all this stuff knocked over when the victim struggled with his killer? It's possible, but it would be hard to prove. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Look at all this stuff scattered everywhere. I see some swords. I wonder if they have anything to do with the case. They're made of rubber. I doubt they could be used as a weapon. But I still bet if someone got whipped with one, it would sting quite a bit. Yeah, I guess it would. But I think I could stand the pain. Yeah? Good for you. Oh look, there's a blow-up dolphin and an anchor, too. Mr. Wright, are you even listening to me? Stop looking at those toys. Yikes. Guess I've been caught red-faced. Look, I'm trying to work on the case here, okay? I'm not worried about how you respond to rubber sword to the face. So this is where the body was found, huh? If they suspect Orla, they maybe they found some evidence of an attack on the victim? Orla didn't attack the captain. She loved him. Captain rescued Orla when she was little after she got beached on the shore. Tried to release her back into the ocean, but she kept coming back. I can tell Orla's sad about losing the captain. She's just not her usual chip herself. Orla must really love this aquarium and the captain. She's the only one around here big and strong enough to play with the big tough captain. Every day she made a point of headbutting him and stealing his hat. Yikes. Guess you weren't kidding when you said the captain was a really strong guy. Well, I guess that's about it. Under different circumstances, I would have loved to see the Swashbuckler Spectacular. The three of us always performed the show together. Me, Orla, and the captain. Today's show's been cancelled, but we could put on a little performance for you two. Oh, there's like way more animation in this episode alone compared to any of the others. Really getting your money's worth with this DLC. We be Captain Orla's swashbucklers, me buckos. We love to sail the seven seas. We counteract that mangy blackguard dread pirate Nostache. Avast! There he be, Nostache himself. Prepare to feed the fish. Am I playing the role of Nostache? Well, Sasha has a stash and you don't, so I guess so. Hit him with your water cannon, Captain, and spare no quarter. Maybe Phoenix should stand away from the splash zone. Oh, too late. Ugh. And he just got that suit pressed too. We swim through the storms and waves, all because, you see, grand treasure and events is waiting, just for me. That was awesome! Your performance packed quite a wallop. Yeah, I, for one, feel like I took quite a beating. Sorry about that. Can't have a show without a bad guy, Wright. But a singing orca, huh? Must've been tough to train her to do that. That's Ola's best trick. She can only sing one song, though. Well, she's still got one up on a pianist who can't play even one song. Well, now that we've had a taste of the show, we'd better do some more investigating. Good idea. Let's go to the Aqua Tunnel. The hell did Phoenix do when he wasn't, like, playing card games that he was rigged to win? If he can't even play the piano. We already talked to her fully, right? Okay, yeah. Nothing new. Since examining. So y'all done investigating the pool already? We had a good look around, but now we're moving on to other areas. How's the police investigation going? Did you, say for example, find any other suspects besides Orla? Wouldn't that be fortunate for you if we did? But no, I'm afraid not. And even more unfortunate for you, I'm afraid we found decisive evidence of the orca's guilt. Oh, decisive you say? Wow. Must be pretty special. What? Please, tell us more, Detective. Phoenix is great at convincing detectives to give away their secrets. So what's this decisive evidence? Don't hold us out on us now, Detective Fulbright. I'm very sorry, but I can't share classified information with the defense. Especially not security first that shows the moment the orca attacked the victim. Yup, I'm to personally see to it that this baby stays safe. It will never leave my side. Excuse me, but there's a call for you. Excuse me, there's a call for you, Detective. I'll be right there. Sorry, guys. You know how it is. Well, he never said that he wouldn't leave its side, I guess. Now, let's sneak a peek. So he just left it there. What the fuck? Why is it headbutting the rock? That's not a good thing. What the? Is this supposed to be the moment Orla attacked the victim? I didn't know the captain was known for his ability to turn into a rock. This little bit of footage doesn't prove anything. I agree. I believe in Orla and Sasha. Let's just continue with our investigation. Good idea. Huh? There's a sticker on this camera that says return to the pub of danger. I guess somebody there manages the cameras. Let's check it out later. sorry about that. Prosecutor Blackwell called to remind me to go feed Taka. So where were we? Oh, that's right. You two got any more questions for me? No, we're good. Thank you for leaking all your info. Nothing else. Okay, cool. Well, we got what we came here for. Well, this is kind of a cool-looking pub bar. Very appropriately themed. Why do we have like a dead dinosaur or something up here? That seems the only thing that's like remotely out of place. It's like one of those hands-on exhibits. It's a real air of danger, don't you think? Well, the banner does say it's the pub of danger. Let's see. According to the description, this room is a pub where pirates gather, explore and interact with sea creatures, actually feel the electricity of electric eels and eat real piranhas. Experience the terror of the seas with these dangerous experiments. All of those sound less like terror, more like torture to me. Oh, who the fuck is this? Why does she remind me of like 3 different previous Phoenix Wright characters? That's a fish dino? It has hands and legs. I don't know if I'd call that a fish. I don't see like any notion of fins, just feet. It's also a prop. Well, yeah, it's a prop, but that doesn't explain why it's like here. It looks out of place because it's like it just something about it really stands out and not in a good way. Even the pirate wallet wrist looks more in place. Do not disturb me, unless you wish to be zapped with an electric eel. My apologies, ma'am. Wow, she seems intense. Excuse me, but who are you? Before you ask others, shouldn't you give your name first? Basic manners, young lady. Oh yes, of course. My name is... Never mind. I would simply call you Yellow Girl. It's easier that way. I am Norma de Plume. I'm very interested in Shipshape Aquarium, and I'm a frequent visitor here. I feel like we've seen you before. But I don't want to be Yellow Girl. You think I want to be called Blue Boy? Let's just see what she has to say. Normandy Plume? Like Normandy Plume? Is that like a boat or something? Or like some sort of sea life? Like a plume from Normandy? Is that the pun? You say you're interested in the aquarium, but you don't look like a staff member. Let's see. I've got it. You're someone completely unrelated to this aquarium. That's some deductive reasoning there, champ. I am a visitor, a patron, a customer, a guest, and what might you be? I'm not a what. I'm a lawyer. Hey, that's what I was going to say. And I run a law office. Well, whatever you are, I don't have the slightest interest. Who does she think she is, boss? A visitor, a patron, a customer, a guest. Remember? Come on, you gotta keep up. I thought they closed the aquarium and weren't letting members of the public in. But I have special permission, you see. And why exactly is that, if I may ask? Well, because of the heavens. I've said too much. Oh yeah, it's back, baby! I remember this. Cyclops. Huh? Psychedelic rock? Cyberclocks? What? No, Cyclops. It's the power of this Magatama. You're not making this any clearer to a woman of science standing right next to you, okay? You sound like a raving lunatic right now. Do you understand what this looks like to outsiders? It gives me the ability to see the secrets locked away in somebody's heart. If I can remove the locks, I can uncover their secrets. I didn't know you had a magical item like that. She just accepts it. I guess she probably has no qualms with Apollo's bracelet. Looks like this lady knows something about what happened. I think we could have told that by the fact that she almost slipped like 10 seconds ago. I'll just use my Megatama and undo her psych locks. Huh? I can't see the locks anymore. Huh? Color of that stone looks different from before. That's funny. Maybe it's just out of juice? What, you have to go and get it recharged? Do you, like, make trips up the mountain and ask Mayanko to fucking recharge it every week or something? It can do that? Yeah, a certain girl I know poured her spiritual power into it for me. Without that power, I can't undo the psych locks. Or maybe you just had Maya do it for you. I mean, she was, like, hanging out with you every day. Probably was very convenient. No way. Why do I have to keep quiet about it anyway? I've never been any good at keeping secrets. But I did promise after all, so I guess I better keep my mouth shut. You're talking an awful lot about something you have to keep your mouth shut over for something you have to keep your mouth shut over. What did you promise what to? No comment. Now go away. Just when I thought we could find out more about the case. Athena's widget. Widget is not magic powers. That is technology. There's a difference. A Magatama is not technology. Let's go try and find some other way. I'm sure we'll find something. Yeah, maybe we can go and get like a recharge on our magic rock too while we're at it. Can you go back here? No, that's not worth it. Well, maybe we go back to the pool. I mean, we couldn't do anything else there. Oh, here we go. I didn't think we'd be going right back here immediately. Hey, Detective Fulbright's gone. Looks like the police investigation is over too. That's too bad. I was hoping to get a little more out of him. Oh, who is this? I have one guess, but I don't think it's gonna be correct. Is that somebody rapping? Okay, it's someone new. Never mind. For a split second, I thought maybe, just maybe, Larry found a new job. Possibly. I feel like Larry would be perfect right now. This could be a Larry role right here. It would be so perfect. Unfortunate. Your wife will just come back to me. We can be together and sing cree cree cree. What's with this guy rapping and making strange bird sounds? Yikes! Who's there? You didn't hear me rapping, did you? Yeah, well, maybe. Look, just do me a favor, pretend you didn't hear nothing. Fine by us. And who might you be? I'm Marlon Raps. I'm an animal keeper here. The aquarium's already closed for today. At least, I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure? You don't sound too certain. Oh, are you new here or something? Well, yeah, that's right. Pretty good guess. So are you guys? I'm Phoenix Wright. And I'm Athena Sykes. We're lawyers and we're going to represent Orla by taking her case to court and proving she's innocent. Are you serious? You want to defend an orca in court? Oh, but if you're here for Orla, that must make you friends with Sasha's. So if I came across as rude. Sounds like he's friends with Sasha. Yeah, sometimes when I'm by myself, I like to rap to pass the time. Especially when I'm around the animals I love. Oh, I love animals too, especially marine creatures like dolphins. I like marine creatures too, but just the ones you can eat. Yeah, well, people who like animals are good people. That's what I always say. If there's anything I can do for you two, just say the word. Marlon Rhymes Fish. Oh my god, yeah. Why did I not get that? Rhymes is his last name, and he rhymes because he raps. I just started working here though, so I don't know how much help I can be. Mr. Rhymes seems pretty friendly. Yeah, friendly and agreeable. Two useful traits to have when talking to a lawyer. That's not yours. So what exactly do you do here as an animal keeper? And mainly I clean the place and feed the animals. Wiping all this glass takes forever. That is a lot of glass. Surely you don't do it by yourself. Unless you're the guy on the other side of the glass. That would... I don't know, maybe that could be fun. I guess it depends what's inside or outside the glass. I can imagine. This tunnel alone must take most of the day. I also prep the food and the animals eat. That's the hardest part of it all. You mean it's really difficult to get the hang of? Nah, I mean, I'm a vegetarian, so cutting the fish and meat stuff up creeps me out. That sounds like an awful job for a vegetarian. Why did you apply for it? What did you think this job was? Now, there's something I've never expected to hear from a pirate. I don't know, I don't think vegetarian pirates seem that bad. I mean, if anything, it's probably a good thing. You would definitely be against scurvy. Do you know anything about the incident that took place this morning? Yeah, one of our guests saw what happened and started screaming. I came running, but by the time I got there, I couldn't see the orca or the captain. Speaking of the captain, what was he like? Like a strong captain who could turn a wild bunch of ruffians into some great pirates. Always treat us fairly and equally. Human and fishes alike. Real deal, man. Hey, what are you crying for? Oh, I'm not crying. It's just, I can feel your heart crying, that's all. Go, what you talking about? I'm not crying either. Guess I won't mention his eyes are puffier than a pair of pufferfish. Vet Sasha and Vet Dr. Crab are even more upset by his death. Okay, I'm gonna take one guess. 0 guesses as to what his personality is because I'm sure we already know it. A man named Dr. Crab. Vet? This aquarium has a resident vet? Yeah. Yo, hold up. I haven't seen Dr. Crab this morning. Staff is supposed to stay put. Night shift has been on duty since last night, but they won't let us go home. Sasha even had to get special permission to go out looking for a lawyer this morning. I haven't seen anybody who looks like a vet. Wait. Why are they holding... If they determined that it was an accidental death due to animal at first, why are they holding every single person still for questioning? Like, if that was their verdict, shouldn't everyone be allowed to go home by now? The police being very wishy-washy. What else is new? Were you rapping or something about looking for a weapon earlier? A rifle or something? No, not a weapon. Rifle is the name of one of our penguins. A penguin? Why would you name a penguin something like that? Oi! Yo, ho, ho! Prepare for the battle, prep for the war. Little lady rifle gone, even the score. Y'all think you can escape with your pride? Nuh-uh. You just gotta straight up be denied. Yo, ho, ho! Anyway, that's what she's like, so we named her Rifle. Okay, but did you have to rap it? That's just how I roll. Does Rifle wear a backpack by any chance? Yeah, that's the one. So you've seen her, huh? She's always run away. She's such a good runner, we decided to put her to work delivering flyers. Do you really want a dangerous penguin like that running loose? A Rifle's not dangerous. She only takes people she doesn't like. Oh, see? There you go. She likes Phoenix. That's great. Good sign. Phoenix isn't usually the best when it comes to animals. When we ran into her earlier, she didn't attack us. She straight up ignored us, actually. I have an idea. If you run into Rifle again, would you mind feeding her for me? And she didn't come back to the pool at feeding time like usual, so I've been looking for her. She loves the smell of fish. Yeah, so she might come over to you if you have some. Oh, I would love to feed a penguin. That'd be okay, right, boss? I don't mind, as long as you carry the fish. So now fish are part of our court record, okay. Well, I can see a million different ways that might be relevant. Hey, you! Really stinks. Really? What a shocker. Oh yeah, besides Rifle, I've been looking for Small Fry too. Small Fry? Is that another penguin? Nah, she's a friend I made. A high school girl. That's a terrible name. What the fuck? She went off looking for rifles somewhere and hasn't been back. Is she your girlfriend? What? Nah, no way. Sasha's the one I... So you like Miss Buckler, do you? Well, I really respect her, you know? And we have different tastes in music, but I admire the way she lives her life. It's not like I like her. It's more complicated than that. I'm pretty sure that all adds up to like. She tries to put on a brave face, but I think the captain's death is hitting her the hardest of all. After all, there was a human show partner that got killed by that Oka. So you think Orla really did it? Well, I can understand how Sasha feels. But she's the only one of us who doesn't think the Oka did it. Oh, I see. I guess it isn't easy to believe in somebody who can't even speak up for herself. Anyway, let me know if you see Rifle or Smallfry, okay? And Smallfry said she was gonna check on the Oka pool. Maybe we'll head back there then. I feel like even if this whale could speak for herself, I don't think that's gonna change anyone's opinions all of a sudden. Usually when the accused speak for themselves, people just believe them even less. Huh? There's something on the left side of the pool that wasn't there before. What the hell's this thing? Is that a sword-shaped walkie-talkie? Oh my god. Looks like an electronic sword? Hey, you're back. Hi, Sasha. What's with this strange sword here? Oh, that's a walkie-talkie. It's probably Rifle's. Rifle can use a walkie-talkie? She's always running away, so we attached the walkie-talkie to her. If we can hear the sounds around her, we can usually guess where she is. But not if she drops the walkie-talkie on the floor. Every member of the crew has one too, so we can communicate back and forth. We can even use them on broadcasts to spit specific parts of the aquarium. Cool, huh? Yeah, that's, I mean, it's usually how walkie-talkies work. Good to know, though. Well, if Rifle's walkie-talkie is here, then Rifle must still be here, too. What if Rifle got eaten by the whale? Rifle! Come out wherever you are. Yeah, I told you! Fish food. Are you okay? You have to be careful around pools or you might slip right in. I'm more afraid of my heart jumping right out. Hey, who's that riding on Orla? Isn't that Rifle? Hey, you're right. Come here, Rifle. She ignored me again. Why doesn't that penguin like me? You're even the one holding the food, and she still didn't like you. Now you scared Rifle away with all that yelling. Well, I'm not giving up. I'll make that penguin like me if it's the last thing I do.
Hey, get back here, you little pipsqueak!
Yeah, well, at this rate, it's going to be the last thing you do if you slip into the pool.
Oh, sorry, Rifle, but at least you seem all right. Huh? Oh.
Well, looky who we have here. Hey, it's Pearls? Oh, Mr. Nick, I haven't seen you in ages. Could Pearls be the small fry Mr. Rhymes was talking about? Congratulations on your return to lawyering. I've been thinking about stopping by your office for a visit to congratulate you. This is Pearl Faye. I call her Pearls. Yeah, she may dress a little funny, but that's because she's a spirit medium. A real prodigy with great power at that. I've known her since she was little, and she sometimes comes to the office to visit. She's just a little older than Trucy, so she's been like a big sister to her. How old would she be now, like 16? 17? I guess everyone here knows Mr. Nick then. Such a nice guy, don't you think? She trying to be my big sister too now? What are you doing here, Pearls? My summer camp is here on a field trip. I've never been to such a big aquarium before, so I was really looking forward to it. Nice, I see, right, yes. Summer camp, definitely. Definitely not because it's technically schools in session, because this is definitely America and definitely not Japan.
Then that incident happened and the police just finished questioning me.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Nick? Who is that lady next to you? I'm Athena Sykes. I'm a new lawyer at the Wright Agency. Oh. How do you do? My name is Pearl Fay. My cousin and my friends call me Pearly.
That's a new one.
Pearly it is then. Nice to meet you. So, how did the two of you meet?
Well, you know how I used to travel to Europe to study their legal systems, Pearls? I met Athena on one of those trips.
So, tell me more about the two of you, how two of you met in Europe.
Hey, I thought I was supposed to be asking the questions here.
A long time ago, Mr. Wright helped me out of a difficult jam. That's when I started thinking about becoming a lawyer like him. So you're like your mentor, huh, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
Mr. Wright is the whole reason I am who I am today. He's the one who told me my knowledge of psychology could help people in court. Gee, Mr. Nick, looks like you've become a real adult since the last time I saw you.
I've always been an adult the entire time I've known you, Pearls.
Oh, would you look at that? Rifle loves you.
And she sure does seem to be attracted to Pearls.
I'm so glad she likes me. Penguins are so adorable, aren't they? I even bought myself a little penguin calendar here at the aquarium gift shop. I've been hanging from my bag already. Oh, how cute! Calendar in the shape of a penguin. That calendar's a real hit with all our female visitors. I even have one myself. But the rest of the staff thinks it's too cutesy.
And I guess it doesn't really fit the whole rough and tumble pirate image very well. Yeah, well, neither does the color pink, and here we are. But, why does this calendar smell kind of like fish? Oh, don't tell me it's like fish scented.
What do you mean, Mr. Nick? Please don't be rude.
Oh, that Pearl's mad. Penguin-shaped calendar that Pearl's bought at the aquarium. Smells fishy for some reason. So you were looking for Rifle too?
That's right. I was trying to help Mr. Marlin, the animal keeper. Give me a rifle. Come on.
Yeah, she went towards Orla instead.
Why can't I get Rifle to like me?
Maybe you should quit chasing after her with that scowl of yours.
Mr. Nick, how could you speak to a lady so rudely?
Uh-oh, I got Pearls mad. Again. Why don't you try to get Rifle to take some food from you?
Oh, great idea. I have just the thing to present her too.
I'll have to present it to Pearls? Here, you do it. I mean, you already smell fishy for some reason, apparently. What's a little more? No, you know what? That's why Rifle likes Pearls. Because she smells like fish.
Rifle, I have a present for you. It's chock filled with love. Here you go.
Yep. Figured that was gonna happen.
Hey, Orla ate my love-filled fish. At least it looks like she enjoyed it, though. I think Orla and I just had a bonding moment.
When does she get splashed? It's only fair.
Friendship blossoming with the exchange of some food. Isn't it moving, Mr. Nick?
I think moving might be going a bit far. Anyway, how did you get Rifle to come to you so easily, Pearls? I heard Rifle was attracted to the smell of fish.
Mr. Nick, are you saying I smell like fish?
Maybe just a little. Yes.
I guess I need to change my clothes.
That's odd. I wonder why Pearl smells like she's holding a bucket of fish. Maybe because she is holding a bucket of fish. I know, crazy idea. But hear me out.
Orla doesn't really want to eat at this time of day. Usually wants to eat at this time of day. We've even been giving her more food lately than normal at regular meal times.
Alright, how much you wanna... Let's place bets on who Pearl is gonna transform into. Or when she's gonna transform, actually, because we know she's going to transform. It's the only reason she's here. I can't wait to see Pearl in her pirate getup. I want to see Pearl as a big, burly pirate man. It's DLC, there's gotta be fan service like that somewhere. Is there something wrong with Orla's feeding habits lately?
Yeah, something's weird. The new guy Marlin feeds all the other animals besides Orla. The captain and I, her trainer, are responsible for feeding Orla. It's the captain's turn to feed Orla this morning. But Orla keeps coming back to me and signaling she's still hungry. She wants my fish, chock filled with love.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? She sure is excited to make a new friend.
I don't think the captain would have forgotten to feed Orla.
I mean, what if he died trying to feed her? Like, I don't know, he was in the process of feeding her and then someone snuck up behind him and smacked him.
Rifle and that big creature there certainly seem to love each other. This is Orla the Orca. Rifle and Orla are best friends. They belong together like a clownfish and a sea anemone.
Care to phrase that in a way us non-biology majors can understand? I think anyone over the age of, like, 24 should understand that one, Nick.
Oh, so this orca is the suspect. I read in a book once that orcas eat penguins. Don't you worry about that. Orla here is really gentle and she never eats anything but fish.
Yeah, see, exactly, you knew what I was getting at there. Everyone should know the relationship between a clownfish and a sea anemone. But then again, Nick doesn't really watch movies, so I'm honestly not surprised.
She's an old sweetheart. As a matter of fact, she even tolerates Rifle picking on her.
And it's true, she does seem very gentle. She hardly seems like a killer whale.
As lawyers, we have to do everything we can to save this beautiful, gentle creature. Wow, you're gonna defend her in court? And she's quite a defendant, isn't she?
She's the biggest defendant we've ever had. Literally. What other way did you mean by that? Oh, Pearls, I have a big favor to ask.
What is it, Mr. Nick?
It's about my Magatama. Its spiritual power seems to have vanished.
That Magatama brings back memories. I remember pouring my spiritual power into it. Oh, so many years ago. I guess that's why it's almost out now. There you go, Mr. Nick. It should be fine now.
Thank you, Pearls. I can break Cyclocks again.
I'm glad I could help. Well, I think I'll go find Mr. Marlin now. I have to bring Rifle to him. Really sure seems right at home in this aquarium.
You're right. But didn't she say this was her first time here?
Apparently that girl was in the staff corridor earlier this morning. That's why the detective was questioning her.
What was Pearls doing in the staff corridor?
I don't know. I thought she was Marlin's friend or something.
Staff corridor, huh? Something about that doesn't sit well with me. Would be the first time she's known to, like, go sneaking off into areas she's not supposed to.
Well, if it bothers you, why don't you just ask her about it?
Yeah, good idea. Let's go catch up with her. Now it looks like Mr. Rhymes and Pearls are talking. Talking or rapping?
Ahoy! Base Small 5 was so clutch with the assist. Rhymes and Rifle reunion at tail ended in bliss. The animal keeper Rhymes ain't gonna get cut. Man props, Small Fry. This case is now shut. Yo, 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 ho, ho!
It was my pleasure. See you again sometime, Rifle.
Okay, let's go, Rifle. I see you, Small Fry.
Oh, Mr. Nick. I didn't see you there.
Yo, how do you know this man?
Hey, Pearly. You and Mr. Rhymes seem to be really good friends.
Could you tell us more about your relationship? Oh, don't tell me you have psych locks too. Yeah, you ain't hiding from me. You shouldn't have helped me earlier if you don't want to be exposed here. Pearls, why do I see a psych lock?
I'm sorry, Mr. Nick. But I really shouldn't talk about it.
I don't really feel right about digging into Pearl's affairs, but she was here at the aquarium at the time of the incident. Whatever she's hiding could help us in court. Sorry, Pearls, but I'll have to use my Magatama on you.
Take that!
Psych lock. Lock on a person's heart that only I can see. The deeper the secret is hidden, the more locks there will be. Pearls only has one lock, so I should be able to undo it fairly easily. But if I make a mistake, I'll be locked in a loop and won't be able to move forward. Okay, time to give it a try. Pearls, you have to tell me about your relationship with Mr. Rhymes.
Relationship? There's no relationship between Mr. Marlin and me. We're just a visitor to the aquarium and an animal keeper at the aquarium, that's all.
But there are areas where ordinary visitors to the aquarium don't get to go. You were here before the incident occurred, weren't you?
Take that!
Yes, that's right. But how did you know?
Someone told me you were there.
I got confused and went the wrong way. I didn't know it was a quarter just for the staff. But that's all it was, Mr. Nick. It didn't have anything to do with Mr. Marlin.
Sounds reasonable. I guess I'd better move on to my next topic. Actually, there's something else I've been wondering about, Pearls. Why do you smell like fish?
Fish? What makes you think I smell like fish?
Well, there's a certain someone who convinced me it wasn't my imagination. Is it? Yeah. Because Rifle loves her.
Rifle?
And she's apparently very attracted to the smell of fish. Rifle didn't want anything to do with Athena, even though she had a bunch of fish. So, why then was Rifle so attracted to you, Pearls?
I don't know.
Looks like she's still not ready to talk about it. You had an object with you that smelled fishy too. In fact, I think this has something to do with your secret.
Take that!
The fishy smelling calendar has something to do with your secret, doesn't it, Pearls?
I can't lie to you, Mr. Nick. I'll tell you all about me and Mr. Marlin, and about the calendar.
Would you go and, like, help him prepare the fish for the day? Did you drop your calendar in the fish?
Oh.
There's only one lock, but it sure took some work. Please tell me about your relationship with Mr. Rhymes.
I became distracted by the gift shop almost as soon as we got to the aquarium. Before I knew it, everyone else had moved on, and I got lost. I was so embarrassed to be lost at my age.
Oh, Pearls. I know big crowded places are hard for you.
I sort of panicked and went down the wrong corridor. I ended up in the food prep room, and that's where I met Mr. Marlin. It really startled him when I called out to him. He jumped so much he startled me too, and I lost my balance and fell down.
And then they both got covered in fish.
Oh, Mr. Nick, I spilled so many fish all over the floor.
I guess that explains why you smell fishy. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, my calendar fell off my bag and got buried in all the fish too.
But it doesn't explain why Pearls wanted to keep it a secret. Why did you want to hide your meeting with Mr. Rhymes?
Well, I didn't want him to get in trouble over feed sanitation regulations because of me. And Mr. Marlin said he didn't want anyone to know he was in the food prep room.
Huh? Why not? What was he doing in there? Isn't that his job?
Before I spoke to him, he was staring at a calendar. But because of me, he dropped his calendar too. I had to search for it among the fish. Wait a minute. This calendar of yours, it already has writing in it. It does? But I didn't write anything in it yet. Something written here under today's date. Meet the captain at the orca pool at 7 a.m.
Hey, wait a sec. That's before he died.
Maybe my calendar and Mr. Marlin's got mixed up?
Pearls, About what time did you run into Mr. Rhymes?
I think it was about 10:15 when he had the info desk announced I was lost. So I must have first gone into the prep room about 10:10.
I see. Do you mind if I hang on to this calendar for a while? It might be a clue to the victim's movements before he was killed.
Alright. But be sure to give it back to Mr. Marlin later, okay?
Yeah, I'll see if I can trade it for yours. Good. Now maybe I'm ready to remove Miss de Plume's Cyclops too. Alright, let's go see if we can. Well, she only had 2. This should be easy. Unless she's not here. Classic Phoenix Wright. Always just missing the witnesses. Oh no, she's here.
You people again. You're becoming quite the nuisance. If that veterinarian wouldn't come out, then I might just have to give up and leave. Veterinarian? Is that the Dr. Crab Mr. Rhymes was talking about? You are correct. He likes to shut himself up in that back room there and won't come out. But I don't think he's even in there today, so I'm ready to go home.
She sure seems to know a lot about the workings of this aquarium. And maybe a little something about the incident this morning too.
Mr. Wright, this isn't any time to be standing there thinking to yourself. It's time to put your psychedelic clock skills to work and uncover her secret.
That's Psych Lock, Athena. Psych Lock.
Take that!
Miss de Plume, I want you to tell me the secret you're hiding.
I'll do nothing of the sort. It would mean breaking my promise.
I don't know who you made this promise to, but you will tell me. You're not an aquarium employee, and yet, here you are, after the place is closed. That must mean you're connected to the incident involving the owner somehow.
I don't think you know anything about my incident involving the owner.
No, I think you do. I have a piece of evidence here that suggests you do know something. Is it the calendar? Maybe? But I thought that was Rhymes's calendar. Or is it the footage of her? I'm gonna try the footage first. Yeah. Because she was like actually on camera here. According to Detective Fulbright, this shows the orca attacking the victim. And the person in this footage is wearing an outfit just like yours, Miss de Plume.
Oh, I suppose there's no hiding this bombshell figure, is there? Yes, it is I.
And I think I can guess why you're here at the aquarium. You aren't simply a visitor to the aquarium. What you really are is... a witness to the murder. I think that's definitely it. A police investigator. She's undercover. You are a visitor who also happened to witness the death of owner Jack Shipley.
It is... Oh, I want to say it, but I promised the police.
So wait, they found a witness and then lied to me, saying that they didn't find a witness? Or did this just happen to happen after I asked Fulbright about any witnesses and leads they found? It's not good for you to keep things inside, you know. I'm sure you'll feel much better once you get it all out.
I give up. I'll tell you everything.
If she wanted to tell me this badly, why couldn't she have just done so from the top? I feel like I ask that every time we have one of these Cyclocks.
I think anyone would agree that I held it in for as long as I could. But I couldn't be expected to withstand this commoner's badgering any longer.
Please calm yourself, Miss de Plume. That's top-class badgering to you.
You're correct. I witnessed the killer whale's crime with my own eyes. Got a problem with that, Blue Boy?
Boss, Miss de Plume's anger is so powerful. Even I feel like I'm about to explode.
You have to do something quick.
Please don't explode on me. Could you start with telling me what you saw?
I witnessed the very moment the killer whale attacked the victim. I told the police what I saw as well. I'm the sort of person who simply can't rest until the truth is known.
So both Mr. Plume's statement and the footage point to Orla's guilt.
Pardon me, but you seem pretty pleased with that you witnessed this incident. What? Pleased? Shame on you. Are you implying that I am happy about an innocent man's death?
Yeah, no, that doesn't matter if we're implying or not. You saying that pretty much, it confirms it.
No, of course not. I just don't get the sense that you were afraid of Orla. It's more like you were interested in her. Are you... You know, I wasn't sure, but I was thinking that maybe... Are you perhaps one of my fans? Is that how you knew? That I am the non-fiction writer Norma de Plume?
Who?
Oh, that Norma de Plume.
So, big fan, huh?
No, I've never even heard of her. Well, now that you figured me out, there's no sense in trying to hide who I am, I suppose. Talking to fans is part of a writer's duty, after all. But I'm not a fan. I tell you,
What kind of non-fiction you're writing? So, what exactly have you written, Mr. Plume?
Oh my. You mean to say you truly aren't familiar with my work? I write the truth. I take great pride in my craft, you know. I've been gathering information on Orla the killer whale for a year now. I've been very worried about Orla's violent tendencies, and today my concern was proven to be well justified. Orla isn't violent, she's a sweet and gentle soul. The moment you let your guard down with that killer whale, chomp! Ship-Shape Aquarium's always denied the killer whale's violent streak, but it has been rumored to attack people. Rumors are just rumors, they're not necessarily true. Yes, I realize that, but I only write the truth. That's why I questioned the owner directly. But he refused to allow my research. And he even had the audacity to say to me, "You're nothing but a nuisance coming here day after day. Don't you ever come back again."
Okay, that sounds like motive for murder. Sounds like her research was a bit too much to take.
But then, how did you get in here if you've been blacklisted? I have my methods.
This lady is shameless.
We won't let you speak badly of Orla. We're going to defend her. I'm only stating what I saw with my very own eyes. I came to the aquarium today to observe the killer whale. But on my way to that thing's tank, I heard its cries.
You can hear Orla from the visitors' corridor?
There are speakers there in that corridor up near the ceiling. Apparently the speaker is there so visitors can hear the killer whale sounds. In any case, I approached the killer whale's tank. I heard its cries. And when I arrived, I saw something terrifying.
What'd you see?
The killer whale stealing the swashbuckling spectacular hat the owner was wearing. And then the moment it bit him and shook him mercilessly to death within its jaws.
What, is it a shark now? Seems highly unlikely. Orla bit the owner to death?
In justice we trust. So I take it Mr. Plume's just finished telling you what she saw.
Detective Fulbright, I guess you've already heard it too?
Yup. When we took a statement earlier. As you heard, I'm afraid that accidental death is really the only thing it could be.
Yes, and a dangerous creature like that cannot be allowed to harm anyone ever again.
But she's not dangerous.
Sorry, but the prosecutor's office said the case didn't have enough merit to go to trial. There was one prosecutor, though, who expressed an interest in the case.
Really? Then could we have that prosecutor take a look at the investigation reports?
Unfortunately, I doubt he'd even take action without evidence of a homicide. Look, I understand how you feel, Mr. Lawyer, but maybe you should give up on this one.
Not a chance. We'll just re-examine the crime scene and strengthen our case.
Well, if that's your version of justice, I won't stop you.
We won't rest until we find proof it wasn't accidental death, Detective. You'll see. Let's go, Mr. Wright. Time to check out that crime scene one more time.
Again? What could we possibly be missing this time?
All right then. Let's start the re-examination. Pronto! I'm gonna check out that mess in the back one more time. Athena, wait! No running! Oh my god. She slipped in the pool? Are you okay? Well, it didn't look like she tripped, but... Dude, this pool is wet! What the fuck? I slipped. You slipped and now are standing on, coincidentally, some sort of suspicious spot. Huh? Orla, what is it, girl? Uh oh. Is it her time to get smashed? Yeah! Athena, are you alright? She crashed into all that stuff behind her. I tried to get out of the way, but all I did was slip and fall. Again. That was a pretty amazing wipeout. Are you hurt? I'm okay, but why did Orla spike that ball at me? After all the fish I gave her, I thought she liked me. You gave her one singular fish. I don't think that's enough. Maybe she thought you were the main entree? Very funny, boss. In any case, let's give the ball back to Orla. Oh my god. How's this beat up thing with like 10 different nipples? Huh? Looks like everything got shifted around when I fell on it. Hey, you're right. There are things now that we couldn't see before. Like another ball. I guess Orla really likes them. Look, there's something new by the outline of the body too. Now we better take a good look around. Perfect. How do we look at that stuff? Oh, I never looked at this. Apparently this wasn't important though. Looks like the control panel for that crane apparatus. Yeah, there sure are a lot of buttons. When I see this many buttons, I start to get fidgety. I know what you mean. You start itching to push them, right? Nah, I start itching to make a psychological study of people who want to push buttons. Yeah, well, you're certainly pushing my buttons right now, if you know what I mean. You know, I remind you that I'm your boss, not your guinea pig. How do we look at this stuff? I guess from here, right? Oh. Oh, I guess we click on this again. There we go. Is that a bloody coin? What's this? A coin? Mr. Wright, there's blood on it. You're right, but it's dried. Do you think it could be the victims? What was it doing all the way over here in the first place? Not sure, but now that we have found blood outside of the pool, it just might help us prove that there's more to this case than an accidental death. Hey, you're right. Orla certainly can't leave the pool after all. Plus, if that blood is dried, and it certainly never entered the pool. I don't think it would even have blood on it if it did. Speaking of coins, take a look at this. A few coins scattered around the body here too. Right, boss. But where did they go? They aren't here anymore. You don't think somebody picked them up, do you? Oh, this dummy-looking pirate over here. Oh no, that child is hurt. What? Call an ambulance. Hey, just a dummy. It is? Oh, I mean, of course it is. I was just testing your response to an emergency. Well, I guess we just found out that you don't bluff well under pressure. Guess I'll just have to keep practicing then. Wonder what that dummy is for anyway. Oh, that. We use it to train Orla. It's smaller than a human, but it does the job. Some of our tricks can be pretty dangerous, so Orla practices them on the dummy first. Forget the tricks, those bite marks look pretty dangerous. Yeah, what kind of tricks are we performing here? Hey, look at this mark on the floor. What do you suppose it is? CPR. Oh, that's my favorite trick. CPR. I'm sure that goes over well whenever you need to perform it at a aquatic show. That's where we stand when we want to play volleyball with Orla. Volleyball, huh? Yeah, if we stand there, she'll spike the ball right at us. That's when Orla spiked the ball at me earlier. That was one of her tricks. It doesn't mean she hates me. Nah, she wanted to play with you. She loves volleyball. She used to play with the captain all the time. Aw, Sasha looks so sad. Okay, time to snap out of it. It's no time to be all dejected and mopey like a blobfish. That's right. Time to put on a smile and stay strong, right?
It's a blobfish. Do I not want to know? They're kind of silly looking creatures is what they are. Nothing weird about them. Hey, Sasha, would you happen to know anything about this coin?
Oh, I guess I missed one. I just finished cleaning up the rest of them.
You picked up all the coins already?
That's right. After the police finished their investigation, they gave me the go-ahead. I haven't found them all yet, though. I'm still missing a few. Well, if there aren't any beside the pool, maybe they're in the pool. Let's go over to that ladder there and take a peek at the bottom of the pool, boss.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's just, like, go and stand over the water of an orca's pool. That sounds really safe. Well, it looks like there's something shiny down there. Look, I think I see something at the bottom of the pool.
I knew it. Want me to go down and check?
You can't jump in dressed like that. You'll drown under the weight of your clothes.
No, I won't. I'm a pretty good swimmer, you know.
Be that as it may, that pool's really deep. I doubt you can hold your breath that long. But maybe Sasha can? I feel like you need proper scuba diving equipment to go down that deep. I would hope that's like regulations at this facility.
Phoenix, look at all these coins I found at the bottom.
Thanks, Sasha. So there really were more of them down there, huh?
You seem to be finding them all over. Wonder how many there are altogether. Including the one I put away there, 300 of them. Verify the show.
Sounds like they'd be heavy.
About 7 pounds, I'd say. A little lighter than a stringfish. I'd better go put these coins away where they belong. So 7 pounds of coins scattered around the scene, one of them with blood on it. They have to be related to the case.
Wonder how the blood got on that one coin. Wait a minute.
Could it be...
Remember how Detective Fulbright said that they couldn't find a murder weapon? Well, what if these coins were the murder weapon?
Only 7 pounds, though.
That doesn't... Okay, actually, if there's 7 pounds, maybe someone just, like, picked up the chest and just swung it at the captain. I would love to have seen that.
Huh? How can a little coin kill a grown man?
Well, one coin by itself isn't much of a threat, but 300 coins together could definitely be used as a weapon. All you'd have to do is, put them in a bag and smack them. That would hurt. I don't know what these coins are made of. I guess probably not made of metal, but still, 7 pounds, that's a decent sized blunt weapon. Although it's not going to make a gash wound like on the head, though. I guess that part isn't really explained. Put 7 pounds of coin in a bag and swing it at somebody. It would make a pretty formidable blunt instrument, wouldn't it? It would explain how blood got in this coin. Yeah, blunt instrument, but I don't know, that gash on the head seems a little suspect to not be blunt.
Oh, I get it. If that bag of coins is the weapon, then we can use it to prove Orla's innocence.
Still, it's a good start. But I don't see anything resembling a coin bag around here. What if it wasn't a bag, though? What if it was like a treasure chest? This is a pirate show, after all.
Maybe the killer took it with them.
Yeah, it would certainly make it look like Orla did it if they did.
What I think, Mr. Wright? The bloody coin alone should be enough to prove this might have been a murder.
I agree. Shows the possibility of a human killer rather than Orla.
This is just what we needed. Let's go show this coin to Detective Fulbright and Mr. Plume right away.
Good idea. Let's hope they're still at the pub of danger.
Oh, you're back. So did you find anything?
Of course he didn't.
Remember, even if you don't succeed, it's the effort you make that's important.
Is he trying to console me?
Let's show them the evidence we found. The one that points to a human culprit.
Right, because we won't let Orla be put down. Please take a look at this bloodstained coin.
Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood?
One involved with a murder trial, ma'am. She doesn't have to get so worked up.
What are you terrorizing this lady with? Come on now, let's see it.
We found this coin beside the orca pool.
We did see a large number of coins beside the pool, but not one with blood on it.
We just learned that there's 300 of these, weighing about 7 pounds in total. Now, what do you suppose would happen if a person was assaulted with that many coins?
What? So you're saying the coins might have been used like some kind of blunt weapon?
If the blood belongs to the victim, then yeah, it's entirely possible.
But I wouldn't call it decisive proof that the real culprit was human.
You wouldn't? Why not?
Because it had to be something to put the coins in to make it into a weapon. Without that something, it's just not going to be enough to pass muster. But I will say that your theory does seem to warrant further investigation. I'll call the prosecutor's office and ask to reinvestigate from a possible criminal angle.
You will? Thank you very much. Really hope Detective Fulbright can convince them.
Well, any luck?
You won't believe the answer I got when I explained your passion for this case and the police's investigation. They said that the prosecutor I mentioned earlier would be willing to take this to court.
Really? So, does that mean a new suspect has been merged?
No, I'm afraid not. To be frank, Prosecutor Blackwell said he just wants to prove that Orca's guilt in court.
What? It's Prosecutor Blackwell that wants to prosecute Orla?
That's fine, Detective. Thanks for arranging this.
Well, I must say that you're taking this rather calmly.
Defending Orla in court was my idea from the start, and I'll do whatever it takes to save her.
In that case, I'll do whatever I can as well to see that justice is served. Mr. Plume, will you be a witness for the prosecution?
A trial for a killer whale? I've never heard of such recklessness in my life. But I will reveal the truth about this killer whale, and then write all about it.
Sounds like a plan. Now, if you'll just come along with me. We have to prepare for tomorrow, and I still have to arrange for an autopsy.
I look forward to tomorrow. Until then, blue lawyer and yellow fan. I am not a fan.
Well, at least we managed to get the case to go to trial.
How in the world do we defend an orca in court anyway?
To be honest, I'm not really sure myself.
Plus, Mr. Plume said Orla bit the victim. This trial sure isn't going to be easy. But I love a challenge.
Well, then we ought to be just fine. I guess I should go over that swashbuckler spectacular you were watching this morning.
Yeah, we can have a formal viewing back at the office.
There's nothing decisive against Orla in the security tape, but that doesn't mean much. I'll just have to find a more concrete way to save Orla at tomorrow's trial, or else. So one thing that's been bothering me this whole time is that the security footage, the so-called security footage, usually when there's security footage in this series, it's either presented as a security camera icon or a videotape icon. But here we are, given a camcorder. Why is a camcorder being used to record so-called security footage? This sounds like a plant. Someone made this evidence up. One might even argue it's a frame job. Now, I don't know why you'd want to frame a whale. Oh, no. Don't overwrite that one. We'll save to this one. Because we're doing things weirdly, I'm just going to save to the second file. Probably doesn't really matter, but just in case.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see.
I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped. And I just splashed my face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes. Oh, I also queued that swashbuckler video so we can watch it anytime. Whoa, 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 what's this newfangled technology on a disc? What happened to videotapes? How did you get the video on here? That doesn't look like a video. What year do you think this is? 2097? Get out of here. Where's the videotape? How are we supposed to watch this? TV recording of a performance featuring Orla, Sasha, and Jax Shipley as pirates. Ah, thanks. Might just help our case. Hey, by the way, do you have some serious dark circles? Did you stay up late watching this? What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up. I got ragged on enough as it is by Prosecutor Blackquill. Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. That explains why your hair is spikier than usual. I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing. That was a compliment, right? Doesn't seem like one known for sarcasm, so yes? Good luck, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery. Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous.
Good morning, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh, Mr. Rhymes. You came to watch the trial?
Yeah, Sasha's back at the aquarium with the Oka. So I thought I'd better come here to watch for her.
Oh, don't you worry. We're going to win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss?
Right. One unprecedented trial coming right up. I feel like that's half of his career, so I don't think this will be a problem. Alright, here's my current theory. The real killer used the whale to assist in the crime. So maybe the whale's not 100% incident. Or innocent. But they're probably also not the killer. Like, all the hand signals and stuff, someone else knew them, controlled the whale, and told them to do something that might have helped assist with killing the captain.
Court is now in session for the trial of Orla Shipley.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Must we waste words on this?
Prosecutor Simon Blackquill, known as the Twisted Samurai, is a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal hawk Taka by his side.
Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow.
Thank you, Your Honor. And you look as young as ever yourself.
Well, I do have to keep up with you folks after all. And by the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet?
Surely you jest your boldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Orla Shipley, is an orca at a ship-shaped aquarium.
An orca? Arrangements for this trial were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca as a defendant, it's patently absurd.
Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place.
Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend the client.
Your duty to defend your crying ant? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Wright?
If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether that soul is painted in black or white. Take Taka, for example. He is as human in spirit as you or I.
Real question is, am I in for more pain, as always?
Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant, and I vowed to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Now then, Prosecutor Blackquill, your opening statement if you would.
I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well. Listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of Ship-Shape Aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died.
That is the sadistic orca. What a chilling thought. And where exactly is this defendant now?
Inside this.
A cell phone, Prosecutor Blackquill?
That's kind of a cool looking phone. I want that.
Time marches on, your boldness. With or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the orca.
A TV phone? Very well, the court accepts it to evidence.
A cell phone used by Ship-Shape Aquarium staff. This model can connect to TVs and be used to conduct teleconferencing. So is this the next generation of questioning a walkie-talkie?
We will be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor. Wright, prepare for transmission.
You've got it, Professor Blackquill.
And there he is. There's the orca.
We will proceed with the defendant on telecast.
So that is the orca that stands accused, is it?
Aw, she's waving her flipper at us. And maybe she's cheering us on.
Hola. Wish Phoenix and Athena luck.
I didn't know we were getting a free show, too.
Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? This adorable creature is suspected of killing a man.
Oh, it's really pouring on the charm, huh?
She's far from cute. She's a violent, reckless animal.
That's right. The name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene.
Nap room? I didn't notice that before. Why do they have a dedicated nap room? Are they insinuating that nobody goes home? They just like sleep at the aquarium 24/7? That's their life now?
Following the report of an orca attack, we, the police, raced on over to Ship-Shape Aquarium. There, we found a guest who says she saw the orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor.
I'm sure some people sleep. Yeah, but like, don't you go home for the evening? Why is there a nap room? When will you have enough time to, assuming everyone's working normal hours, when would you have enough time to take a nap? You're not gonna have like that long of a break.
As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there, therefore no one else could have committed the crime. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here.
It's not finished? What do you mean it's not finished? Instant death from a brain contusion. There's signs of blunt force trauma all over the body.
I can't imagine the terror being attacked underwater by such a large creature.
But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your botanist. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness. Fulbright.
You got it, Prosecutor Blackquill. Just as we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak, coming right up.
People can close shop and open next morning, could sleep there. I guess, but like, I've done that and I still went home. I walked like an hour home, went straight to bed, and then woke up like 8 hours later and walked an hour back. I didn't sleep in the nap room. Like, why?
How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing you didn't. That doesn't seem like it would be a very good book.
Prosecutor Blackquill?
Well?
I am Norma de Plume, and I'm a non-fiction writer.
Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here?
Looks Looks like she can read into people's words just as well as I can read into people's hearts.
Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena.
What? Norma de Plume? The great non-fiction writer Miss Norma de Plume herself? I've read all of your works and enjoyed them immensely. Your million-seller The Great Grief of the Great Thief is one of my favorites. Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you like. Wait a second. I could swear you look much different in the photos in your book. Well, I used one from 10 years ago in my book so that the paparazzi won't harass me.
That's kind of clever, actually.
The judge seems so shocked.
And the visual disconnect must really be doing a number on His Honor's lit head.
Could we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my books.
Is that legal? I don't think it's illegal. People use, like, I've actually heard of celebrities, like Hollywood celebrities, using doctored photos. Or like messing up like actual photos so that people can't harass them and paparazzi can't like stalk them very well. It just like, it makes them unappealing to be stalked because one, they don't know who they're looking for, and two, like it's like, oh, this picture sucks of them. I can't sell this. I'm going to get no money for this. It's a very unflattering photo. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, people use fake names when making books. Pen names exist. Why not a pen photo to go with it?
Such harsh comments. You really must be the real Norma de Plume.
Who knew Mr. Plume was so famous?
Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw and keep it brief. I would thank you to not order me around. I am perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder. Very well then. Please proceed with your testimony.
Orpheus, my favorite novelist. He's from a game. Oh, is that like another? Is Orpheus like a pen name? What game is he from? That sounds familiar. I may or may not have played it.
I went to Ship Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corner, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately.
It's from Identity V. Oh, okay. I have not heard of Identity V.
An adorable defendant really did all that? It must be much more vicious than it looks. Now, deliver your judgment so I may carry out the sentence.
The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's alright.
Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
Defense always has the right to cross-examine the witness, you know.
Fellow inmate told me just this morning, if you want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness.
Let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right?
All we need in this case is the evidence and a witness to convict. It's as simple as that.
Looks like I guessed right. Sorry, but as Miss Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor?
Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I shall relish the sight of you thrashing around in vain.
So the part of me was thinking, because they were teasing and hyping up this mystery prosecutor, that we were going to get someone different. A certain other someone different than Black Quill. Although I was kind of interested in seeing Phoenix face off against Black Quill, so I'm not completely disappointed. But I definitely had different thoughts about who the mystery prosecutor could be. Oops. Why can't I, like, fill in the text fast? Why does it have to be so slow? Only on the cross-examination does it do it. Why'd you want to see the orca?
Well, it is the featured attraction of the aquarium, after all. Why waste energy on such tripe? There's but one attraction in Ship Aquarium that is worth anyone's time. And that is the penguins. Isn't that right, Taka, my friend?
Alrighty then, I guess Prosecutor Blackwell's for the birds.
Guess I should jot that down. Note to self, Prosecutor Blackwell's on Team Rifle. And so you went to see the orca and its tank? Yes, that's right.
Okay, which one of these is going to give us a new statement? Because she only has 4. The orca suddenly went crazy, did she?
Yes, it took a look at me and then all at once it started going berserk.
Took a look at you. Did you do something that distracted it, perhaps? Did you do anything to make her angry?
I did nothing more than simply glare at her. It from the visitor's corridor.
She glared at Orla? And that's what caused her to go berserk.
The reason the defendant went mad is not the issue here. Only what she did when she entered that state.
In any case, the killer whale began behaving wildly in front of my very eyes. And then...
So you're saying you saw the very moment of the victim's death?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Oh, it was simply dreadful. It was as frightening as losing one's manuscript just before a deadline.
I suppose for a writer that would be pretty terrifying.
I witnessed the killer whale's horrific act, and I knew I had to do something, so...
I feel like what she saw may have been mistaken identity. But I don't know if we got that piece of evidence. I think we did. Why were the police the first ones you contacted?
I was afraid if I told the aquarium staff, they might try to cover it up.
Well, that seems like a strange conclusion to jump through to.
Of course, I immediately told the aquarium security after my call to the police. I believe I deserve praise for my swift decision-making skills under pressure.
Mr. Plume is the most assertive witness I've ever seen.
We better do our best to look like big-shot lawyers if we want to match her intensity.
Mr. Plume, praise your swift decision-making skills under pressure.
That was more kiss-up than big-shot. I suppose it was unrealistic to expect big-shot from Mr. Wright.
How fitting for a small fry to praise a big shot.
How about cutting the small fry some slack, you big meanies? The important thing here is, did she really see the moment of the murder?
You're ready to go, aren't you, Mr. Wright? I see it in your eyes. And in your heart.
I guess I really am a lawyer at heart. Alright, I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. Saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempt to remain calm and report the incident to the police immediately. Why do I feel like this last statement is incorrect? Okay, what do we get for evidence here? Instant death from a brain contusion. There's signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. Still under investigation for time of death. That would be very nice to have right about now. $10 a.m. opening time. This is at 10:09. But that's right when he was supposed to die, and yet there's nothing.
Objection!
Oh. Are we not at that part yet? Am I jumping the gun already? I must be. It's okay. It's his first trial in 8 years. You know, the mistakes were bound to happen. 8 years worth of penalties. Oh my god. Alright, I saw the killer whale bite Kate. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. Saw the killer whale bite the victim. This one seemed attempting to remain calm and report the incident to the police immediately. Do we have something that says that didn't happen? Family belongs to Rhymes is accidentally switched to Pearl's calendar around 10:10. Okay, well that's not relevant. We could take a look at this. Oh, we could just watch this whole cutscene again. I see. I don't think that's relevant at the moment, especially if there's no like rewind and fast forward function. Like you need to pinpoint a certain spot. Signs of blunt force trauma all over the body, but there's no signs of like bite marks, right? Yeah, so maybe we do need to use the autopsy right now.
Objection!
There we go. I think there's a couple of statements in there that definitely are lies, but this is clearly the more important one at the moment. It would seem that you're mistaken, Mr. Plume. I beg your pardon? The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be result of orca attack, but the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bitten.
What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten.
I don't believe that can be true. The security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Objection!
Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back. Well, what'd you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share? But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small part. Huh? Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave you for safekeeping. I guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright and Blackwell's book.
Very well. Let's review the footage.
Oh, what? That was like a minute later? That didn't take very long at all.
What's this? The orca is biting the victim.
No way!
I have to say that this appears to be very damning evidence.
Video showing the orca pool. Footage starts at the aquarium's 10 a.m. opening time.
I can't believe Orca really bit him.
And there is more. Look at this. Okay, so some of his clothes were tattered, but only his jacket is in shreds. Rest of him looks pretty okay. This photograph was taken while the body was being examined.
There appears to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist.
I'll have the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is that is evidence that points to the orca as a killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks in the victim's clothes?
Yes, they appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim.
Yeah, possibly bit, but like what if someone faked that to make it look like the orca bit him?
I told you so. And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth.
Objection!
However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma. You're much too impetuous, right, Dono? Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that.
Then what explanation is there for what the witness saw?
Did I not say in the beginning? The orca toyed with the victim mercilessly.
My goodness!
After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body, his dead body in her mouth. Oh my god, I can't read. Just like any other predator toying with its prey.
Mr. Wright. The hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear. Fear of Orla. So the defendant bit the victim after she had him killed. And killed him, but if that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. The prosecutor Backwell, do you have a sound theory to give to this court? I would be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white.
But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean. Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackquill.
This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, word mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim.
Ah, I see what you're driving at. So that was the true moment of the murder, was it?
Now, explain it in a way that even these simpletons can understand.
There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever. I don't mind telling my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw the moment it killed the victim by head-butting into him.
Orla killed the victim by headbutting him?
That's right. It remained the victim over and over again. It rammed the victim all over and over again.
Recall that the autopsy report stated that there were bruises all over his body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey.
And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage. Don't forget.
The footage backs up Mr. Plume's testimony. But there's something very important it does not show.
Now, do you see what a menace this killer whale is?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking back at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something. But you'll note that the something is not the victim.
Who?
I want to look away, but I can't. Even if it was the victim, you could have seen him from where you were, could you?
What? Oh, well, I suppose not.
Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted again by the defendant?
Oh, let's see. Oh, I remember it now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view.
So you mistook a skull rock as somebody's intact, undamaged head. Okay. Maybe you should go try some fiction writing because you seem pretty good at that.
So you're admitting that you couldn't see the victim? Yes. Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock and his body was all limp. What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim?
Objection!
But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture.
Objection!
Must I do everything around here?
How dare you speak so rudely to me?
There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking. You didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior.
Oh shit. What's with this flashback now?
Oh,
1 year ago.
that's right. Yes, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim.
I'm sorry, but can someone explain exactly what happened a year ago?
You must know a very similar incident occurred only last year in which the defendant murdered her traitor.
Oh, shit. So there's precedence for this. And they didn't think to put the whale down back then because...
What? The orca murdered her trainer, you say?
What? Is this really true? Oh, this isn't looking good for us.
It's all in this book.
Oh, the Killer Whale by Norma de Plume. This seems like maybe a little biased. I don't care if she writes non-fiction. I don't know. This seems a little sus.
That book, The Killer Whale. That's Mr. Plume's latest work. I was just thinking of picking that up.
Non-fiction book by Norma de Plume. It's about the case from last year. Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of a show. The orca headbutted and bit the victim. Same thing she accused of in this case. Oh shit. And now everyone's scared of killer whales and they never want to go to the aquarium now. Of course.
No, everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it.
We were doing so well, but now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. I don't want to think she did it, but it's hard to keep believing in somebody who can't even tell me her side.
Phoenix, Athena, you gotta believe in Orla. There's no way she killed anybody. You gotta save her, please. I'm begging you.
Sasha, what am I doing doubting my client like this? This is the time to be strong. And of course it happened a year ago, so this current trainer, Sasha, probably wasn't even there. So we can't even hear her side of things.
I believe in Orla. I'm ready to fight for our clients. I'll take everybody in this courtroom on if I have to.
Don't you worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end.
Thank you. Thank you. Both of you.
We are Orla's lawyers. Who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her now. For an instant there, you were afraid of the orca, weren't you? Right, Dono? When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me.
He saw right through me.
It's obvious you have neither the guts nor the determination to defend the orca. It's true the orca can't speak, and I don't know her thoughts. But there's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all her heart. I respect the trust she has in Orla, so I'm willing to believe in Orla too. And what do you know about orcas? Nothing. That's what. So, allow me to fill you in. Do you have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales.
So killer whales really are killers? What terrifying creatures indeed.
I can't bear to hear any more of such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your boldness? No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know. Dullard, you don't know when to give up, do you? Very well. I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness, spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them.
But of course, that is what I do after all. Prosecutor Blackwell, what will you have the witness testify about?
I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard. What she heard?
Very well. Mr. Blue, please tell the court what you saw and what you heard. The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt, but when the pirate hat and the victim came floating up, I let out a scream. So the orca displayed the same behaviors during the incident a year ago. That's right. Those weren't just simple cries, it was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing.
It kept headbutting while it sang the swashbuckler spectacular song. That's right. It was singing the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing while it was headbutting. Oh, it was perfectly horrible.
I feel like she's deliberately trying to smear this whale's good name. Like, she just hates killer whales or something. I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. No, maybe no inconsistencies, but definitely just a lot of coincidences. It's clear I won't be able to take apart her statements with evidence alone.
Mr. Wright, now would be a good time for me to put my skills to work. It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do.
You seem pretty confident. And let me guess, you noticed the contradiction between the testimony and her emotions?
You bet I did. And once we expose it, we just might be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Make it, we'll definitely be able to.
Well, then let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try.
You got it, boss. Complete analysis of Mr. Plume's heart coming right up.
Killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. I mean, it's a whale. It's a killer whale. It's probably just normal for it. As I approached the pool, killer whale suddenly started singing. So right, she was here a year ago. She might be a little shocked and maybe a little scared because she knows what this, in her eyes, what this means. Anyways. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. When will I be Delta runing? That's a good question. I guess it depends how long Lingo ends up taking. And it might be after Lingo. It might be the next game after Lingo, or there might be another game in between. It depends how much longer Lingo ends up taking. I'm hoping we'll have Lingo done by this month sometime, so maybe Deltarune after that, possibly? Is this a recreation of Blackfish? Not sure what that might be referring to. At least the name Blackfish doesn't ring a bell.
Do you see any emotions that seem odd or out of place? Pay attention not only which emotions you see, but how strong they are too. Emotion might suddenly get stronger, for example, or you might see it grow weaker.
Okay, let me listen to her testimony again. Oh, right, I was supposed to actually click on something. Started singing, right, so I was a little scared. But she was sad. That seems odd, but okay. Okay, well now sad makes sense. This one seems a little out of place. Maybe she's just recalling traumatic memories of last year. Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she?
Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the legs of any killer whale. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while it was doing that. Sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see?
This is practically turning into a counseling session.
I saw something. Oh, I remember it now.
I thought for a second there that was the wrong answer.
Okay, good. Now if you could please tell the court what you saw. I saw bright red blood. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood.
Well, that's a little damning. What the fuck?
Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew that a killer whale had killed the person for a second time. Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood.
Yeah, we didn't see that before, did we? Was that in the picture the whole time and I somehow didn't notice the obvious cloud of blood? So her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please take a look at this blood-stained coin.
Cease and desist at once! What kind of man shows a lady blood?
Ugh. She doesn't have to get so worked up.
I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities.
This is a bad turn. If Mr. Plume saw blood, does that mean Orla really did attack the victim? It would appear that the orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, right, Dono?
What do we do now, boss?
That testimony was not at all what I expected to hear.
Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Mr. Plume's heart.
What? You mean there's more?
Yes, but there's no telling what it is. Could be something even more damaging.
Is there even anything left out of our case to damage? Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth.
You're right.
I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is. So let's delve a little deeper.
You've got it, boss.
Okay, killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. After it started headbutting, I saw that awful blood and was terrified. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. Okay. So she's scared of the blood. She doesn't like blood, so now the blue emotion makes sense here. I mean, this would be surprising. Like, if you see a body come up, I would definitely be surprised. So these emotions seem appropriate. I don't know, maybe it's this one? It's gotta be one of these two since they've been updated, no? When the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. Well, okay. I mean, it's probably one of these two. Okay. So it's could be surprise. I mean, she's still seeing blood. Maybe? I'm just trying to think of, like, why this could be it. When the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. Like, should she be more surprised or upset? Like, surprised or scared? Like, a little bit scared because of the blood. That makes sense. But then this one... I don't know. Okay, how about back on the other one? Like, she definitely didn't like the blood, so that makes sense. I saw that awful blood and was terrified. But if you were terrified, then why were you also... Oops. Why were you also maybe shocked at this point? Maybe? I don't think this is right. Yeah, this isn't it. Didn't think so. Yeah, there's nothing strange here at all. Alright, let's try it again. At least this one's free. I think. Must be an unexpected motion here somewhere. Okay. Well, we'll try this one then. This is the only other one I can think of. Because, I mean, first of all, there's not really any emotions anywhere else. No, wait, actually, let me take a look at the history for a second. Where is it? Where is she? After start headbutting, I saw that awful blood and was terrified. No, okay. When did she, like, last talk up here? Okay. Badly injured during an interview once. Ever since I've been terrified of blood, the very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. This mean Orla really did. Okay. Be something even more damaging. There was something in here about, like, why was she maybe, okay, because, like, what I'm thinking as well could be possible is almost like, why is she shocked? Because then she mentioned something about how, like, she seemed so sure about a year ago being like, oh, this is the exact same thing, it's happening again. Is she really that shocked to see it happen again then? Like, that seems a little flimsy though, so. For this one, maybe this? Possibly. Oh, this is it, okay. Huh? Her fear appears to lessen here at this statement. Yeah, like, she's not as scared of it, like, that, I think, is what we're doing here, because, like, if it's blood that she's so terrified of, why is she now less terrified of the blood all of a sudden? Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him?
My, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear.
Well, I mean, they are underwater, probably just diluted into the water. Disappear? And why do you suppose that was?
Simple. It was because of the pirate hat. After the killer whale put on the hat, the cloud of blood disappeared.
Objection!
Wait, what? How the fuck does that work? And how exactly does that work?
How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy.
Wait a minute. From whom was this blood that Mr. Plume actually saw coming out from? Blood. Well, I mean, we are led to believe it's Captain Jack. Whom was this blood that Mr. Plume saw actually coming from? Whom was this blood that Mr. Plume saw? From whom actually coming from? What if it was this?
Take that!
Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim.
I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in that pool besides the victim.
You kind of forgot the part where there's a whale in the pool. Well, I wouldn't say there's no one else. It is an orca pool after all. What? Then where's this alleged injury on the defendant? I'm not sure. But if simply wearing the pirate hats had made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head. The orca's head? What are you prattling on about now?
Please think about it again, Mr. Plume. Think back to what you really saw. That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim at all.
Which would make sense because the picture we have of the body confirms that there's no injuries on it like that. I mean, there was the head injury, but that was tiny. And perhaps maybe it didn't even happen in the pool.
We did it! Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her.
That was a huge help, Athena. It was also pretty dicey for a while, though.
Well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendants, not the victims.
That is correct. And since there was no blood coming from the victim, then there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Mr. Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims.
Objection!
I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it is far too dull to cut the bone. Meaning... I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility. Not according to the autopsy, it isn't. He has a point there. You wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder. There must be something. Think, Phoenix. If I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred before DePlume saw it. The body was probably already murdered. The body, the man was killed, dumped into the pool, and then the whale found it, and maybe injured itself trying to headbutt the rock to free him, I guess? Because if they were on a good relationship, perhaps the whale was trying to save him? If the victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting, then that would mean he died sometime before Mr. Plume was watching her. The events Mr. Plume witnessed took place at around 10:10 a.m. He must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m. Well, we have this. Meet the captain at the Orca Pool at 7 a.m.
Take that!
But wait, does this really... Wait, this doesn't prove that she didn't see it. It just proves the captain was around. I know this was the wrong piece of evidence. This is a stupid piece of evidence. Yeah, unfortunate. I realize that now. That's not hers. That's Rhymes. This Mr. Plume witness took place around 10:10 a.m. Must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m. Okay. Time of death is unknown at the moment. Something you can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m. When were the coins dropped in the pool? Oh, it just starts at the 10 a.m. Oh wait, we have more footage, don't we? Shit, this starts at 10 a.m. We have at least 10 extra minutes of footage we can be looking at. We've only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10 a.m., which means there's still footage going further back than we need to check. Your Honor, I request that all of the security footage be played for the court.
All of the footage?
Mr. Plume witnessed a cloud of blood at around 10:10 a.m., but I believe the victim was already dead by that time.
So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived?
Exactly. Security camera footage starts at 10 a.m. when the aquarium opened. And I believe there's vital evidence in the 10 minutes before. You are quite the gambling man, right, Dono? You honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes? I've been on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way...
My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackquill, so I suggest you get ready to eat humble pie.
Whoa, 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 hey now. Hey, let's calm down, okay? Just see where this goes first before we start dissing the prosecution. Can't back down now.
Well, if the defense is confident in its importance, Prosecutor Blackquill, the security footage.
Full right. Just passing it off the buck to someone else.
Roger, I have the rest of the security footage right here.
Very well, please play it for the court.
Please, please have something for me.
This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. The witness can be seen here. Alright, I'll just back the footage up to the beginning now.
Okay.
It appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet at this point.
Now to see if I can find something from before this point in time. 10:03. 10 o'clock. Is that it?
Yep, that's all the footage there is.
Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for?
We got nothing.
Well, right, Dono. Those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Did you see anything of significance? Did I see anything important? I'd better think about this carefully. In the footage we see... Can we watch it again? Was that shadow on the ground or was that some sort of stain? Is the something the fact that there's nothing? Maybe that's what's important. Actually, yeah, wouldn't that be something important? Okay, if the body was found in the rock, and we don't see the whale doing anything with the body, when did the body get into the pool? Like, wouldn't that be important? That's just a shadow, hey? I didn't think this is what we were leading to. I didn't know I was supposed to actually pinpoint something. In which case, well, then there is nothing. So no, this isn't important then. But the important is the fact that there is nothing. I feel like that's what makes it important. I don't know. I don't think there's anything here that's actually important. I think this is always there. Rock's always there. Well, the whale doesn't have a hat, but I mean, that's because they got the hat from the body. It's also not bleeding, but I think that's because the rock is what made it bleed. I don't think I clicked the right answer, but I'm just making sure I didn't click the right answer before I click on something random here just to skip and go back. Well, I say we just click on something and go back, because I think I definitely clicked the wrong thing. Importance is very subjective. Wait a minute, what is something that should be in the footage isn't there? Yeah, exactly, yeah. I realized that the moment I clicked on the other one, and it made me do a thing that I knew that was the wrong one. Nothing important, and that's the problem. We can see nothing of importance in that footage. Just as I thought.
You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. It doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence.
No, that's exactly why it should have been submitted as evidence. No, it's just the opposite.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
In this 10 minutes of footage, something important that should be there isn't there. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence.
What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice?
Yes, very much so, actually.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What is this important thing that you say should be in the footage but isn't?
The body?
Maybe?
Because, like, where did the body come from, right? It's not there. So is it implying that it's been there in those 10 minutes and been there longer than 10 minutes? Like, that was my theory, right? The important thing we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage.
Oh.
Yeah, dead or otherwise, there's no body falling down in the water.
That's right.
The victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage. It means he must have been there by the skull rock during those 10 minutes. But no human being can hold their breath underwater for that long.
Wait a minute. Are you saying...
When the security camera started up at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead. So now we have no idea when this body was killed, and have no video proof of when it could have been killed.
Order! Order in the court! If that is the case, then when was the victim murdered?
I don't know, Your Honor, but we now know it has to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client.
But there is no one else who could have killed the victim.
Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well.
Do you now? I would be very interested in seeing this evidence.
The defense's trump card, the thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so far as to call it decisive, but now's the time to play it. Yeah, sorry, Rhyme. You're not getting your calendar back anytime soon.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. What evidence shows that the crime may have been committed by a human?
Well, the only other person we know who could have seen the victim at some point this morning made an appointment of it.
That's not it? What do you mean it's not the calendar? It's literal proof that someone wanted to meet the captain at 7 a.m. I don't know who, but then should that be alone be enough?
Oh my god. Okay, let's try again. What was the other piece of evidence we found? I thought that was like the one big one that we came across was the calendar. And we noticed that there was the thing in it. Crime may have been committed by a human. This maybe? I mean, this doesn't record though, so... But I guess it could have. We were given this. That's not really evidence. Oh, right, the coin that we found, right. Duh, it's gotta be the coin.
What's this? A coin?
Yes, a fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. This coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon.
This tiny little coin is the murder weapon?
Oh yeah, her whole theory about the blunt bag of coins.
Mr. Wright, if this is another one of your bluffs...
As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins in all, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happens to have blood on it.
Did you have the blood analyzed to see whose it is?
Not yet. But there were coins scattered around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's. So, to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool, one of them with a blood stain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the victim was killed beside the pool.
The side of the pool? But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it. I realize you are trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once?
It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something of that nature.
And so where's this bag the coins were in?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took it with them.
They took it?
No, the true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. Then they threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. Did I click the calendar? I mean, I clicked it before and it said meet the captain at 7 a.m. That's why I kept thinking it was like important. Turns out, no, it's not yet. That's later. I'm realizing now it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. It was a little flimsy, considering that we don't know who was meeting them. I mean, it was apparently Rhyme's calendar, but I mean, maybe it wasn't his appointment or something. Maybe he just had it. I don't know. There's not enough proof there. It's circumstantial at best. Shower me with money. Yeah, well, I don't think you want to get hit with a 7-pound sack of coins there either, Lime. That would hurt. Possibly kill. I mean, there's lighter, smaller things that have definitely killed people. Doesn't take a lot to knock someone out. And then they left, taking the bag the coins were in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to a human culprit to pin the blame on Orla. Not a bad way to get away with the crime. Blame it on an animal. No one's gonna bat an eye at that.
That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator.
Yeah, somehow. Well, let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't said anything.
Possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendant has now been suggested. But if we hold this possibility to be true, then what did Mr. de Plume with this? That's right. I saw the killer whale attack the victim. Just like it did a year ago, singing a song. I guess there still is that. Even with somebody else as the culprit, Orla's behavior still seems pretty bizarre. Wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago.
Is it really that bizarre?
What do you mean?
Well, to explain the inexplicable, all we have to do is turn our thinking around.
Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me.
Time to give the old turn my thinking around method a try. Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same thing she did a year ago, I should consider the results that were produced by her behavior this time around. Orla sang a song, did some headbutts, and bit the victim. If the real culprit wanted to shift the suspicion onto Orla, then they would have needed to give people a reason to think Orla did it in the first place.
Mr. Wright, as our lawyer, have you explained your client's actions?
Are we going to accuse the novelist? I believe we should think of it this way, Your Honor. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on the case?
Very well. Then why don't you explain it for the court? How did the defendant's actions affect the case?
Actions created... They got rid of evidence? I don't think so. They created a witness. A witness to try and... A witness that saw the whale supposedly kill something, which helps the real perpetrator get away with the crime, because they can frame it on a whale. Miss de Plume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard the song. The orca's act of singing the song created a witness.
Created a witness?
Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's true intention? After all, Miss de Plume witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something over and over, and she saw the orca bite the victim. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real culprit's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim.
Are you saying that the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator?
What even is this game?
Wait, did you miss the part where we're defending a killer whale?
As in, it's our client? I mean, that's nothing. The whole reason we're doing this is because the girl who came running to us looking for a lawyer knew that Phoenix Wright cross-examined a parrot like a decade ago. And I was like, oh man, this person could totally defend an animal in court. Never mind the fact that whales and parrots are two completely different animals. Exactly, and that would explain Orla's actions perfectly.
But the defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her?
Yes, there is a way to manipulate Orla's behavior with this.
Take that!
Is this a whistle?
Yes, Your Honor. The trainers at the aquarium use whistles to issue commands to Orla. But in truth, anyone can do it, provided they know the right signals.
Ah, that must be how they get Orla to do tricks for their pirate shows.
The true culprit hid the body in the spot that couldn't be seen from the visitors' corridor. Then, when Miss de Plume appeared, they gave Orla the commands. In other words, Orla was manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks.
What?
And as for you, Miss de Plume, you were manipulated by the true culprit to play the part of the witness. I really got Pied Piper this time, didn't they?
Norma de Plume was set up. Norma de Plume, writer extraordinaire, was used. No. No.
Oh, let's not get too upset here. We don't need things falling off anymore.
Mr. Plume, please do something about your attire.
That was one wardrobe malfunction I did not want to see.
It would appear that we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla. Prosecutor Blackwell, please have your bloodstained coin analyzed.
You waste your breath. I guess even Prosecutor Blackwell can't refute the possibility of a human suspect.
You did it, boss. If the crime happened beside the pool, there's no way an orca could have done it.
Now, if only we could find the bag the coins were in.
In light of the new discovery, it would appear that the orca couldn't have done it.
Exactly, Your Honor. If the blood on the coin proves to be that of the victim, then we can unequivocally overturn Orla's accusation.
Objection!
Oh, it's time! The cuffs are off! Overturn the defendant's accusation? I think not.
My hair. My beautiful hair.
Yesterday, a new inmate was brought into the prison. He said, the moment you relax is when you're most vulnerable.
And what did this man go in for?
He's merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and again. But Wright Dono here would be easier to hook than any fish. And Hawk sure does love the judge's head. Oh, look at that, someone found the sack.
What's this? That coin from before, and it's some sort of bag.
A bag? I don't think I'm gonna like this. This is the coin bag the 300 coins were in. I believe you were looking for this. How did you get that? I never said we didn't find it at the crime scene. The bag had blood on it, so naturally I had to send it to the crime lab. And does this blood belong to the victim? It does indeed, as does the blood on the coin. I knew it. So the blood on the coin did belong to the victim. The bag was open and the coins had all spilled out, but the bag alone wasn't proof enough to say that it was used as a murder weapon. However, thanks to the fence and her coin, I'm more than satisfied that it was. Yeah, well, I don't think a whale was going to be using something like that as a murder weapon, right?
Prosecutor Blackquill, are you conceding that the true culprit committed the murder with the bag of coins?
I shall concede that the victim was put into the pool after his death. However, even with the bag, it doesn't change the fact that it was the orca that killed the victim. What? How can you still suspect Orla? You said that the true culprit manipulated Orla's behavior. But Orla isn't the kind of orca that would let someone control her. If anything, Orla used the victim's behavior against him to murder him. Yeah, I figured the whale is was involved somehow as being used as a tool. What? But
are you arguing that the orca manipulated human being?
oh wait, the other way around. Okay, what? The fuck? To prove it, I have summoned another witness. Marlon Rhymes. Take to the stand. Marlon Rhymes? Is a witness? Yeah, I want to hear this. Well, don't just stand there. State your name. I told you I didn't want to be a witness. I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt. But apparently Wright Dono won't be satisfied until every stone is turned. Well, son of a... Alright, fine. If I gotta talk, then let's get this over with.
Mr. Rhymes doesn't seem like a willing witness.
What if Prosecutor Blackwell's going to have him testify about?
So could we have your name and occupation for the record, witness?
Oi, yo, ho, ho!
people of the law, time to testify. Chilling with my crew at the ship shape. Orcas, penguins, and the seascape. Cleaning and feeding. There ain't no end. But them bratty kids' tours, I shall transcend. New animal keeper from the house of rhymes. I'm the master keeper, balling with the rhymes. You can't rhyme rhymes with rhymes, they sound the same. Amateur. Oh my, I'm afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Is that flip-flop music young people nowadays like? So close, Your Honor. So close. And yet, so far. Please proceed with your testimony, witness, without the flip-flop. Okay, fine. I don't want to do this, I tell you. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. What do you mean you're selling Sasha out? What did she do? At about 10 a.m. I was in the staff room. I heard a loud noise from the pool room. So I went to the door to look in. I couldn't see the captain or the orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered around. And the orca knows there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball with her. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain. That's it? An accident? Is that what we're chalking this up to? But captain's like so strong. I thought he was able to take it. So that gives us a little more info about the area around the orca pool. The defendant made that stuff fall down? Overturned crates and assorted props were scattered all over the pool room floor. There's no doubt that it was the orca that caused the mess. But could she really done that from within the pool? As I said, the orca is the only one that could have performed such a feat. The pool and its room were tidied the night before, including its various odds and ends. When our rhyming Marlin took a look-see, over 400 pounds of props had fallen. But to move it all in one go would challenge even the brawny prisoner in the cell next to mine. What is he? The jail gossip? So, how did 400 pounds of items fall all at once? I'll tell you how. The orca pulled on the cloth that was underneath them. A weight that would have been all but impossible for a human to move. It was child's play to an orca. During a friendly game of volleyball, the defendant made the crates fall, and the bag of coins that was among the items fell in the victim's head and killed him. Okay, so if this is what happened, we can't blame the whale. There's no reason for the whale to be put down. This sounds like negligence because this flag was underneath all this stuff and was hanging over the edge of the pool. The whale probably just thought it was a thing to play with. The orca then toyed with the victim's body underwater, which is what Mr. Bloom saw.
Objection!
But the witness said the witness only said he heard a loud noise. That doesn't automatically make it the sound of Orla making the items fall. Also, why did you only look in on the pool room anyway, Mr. Rhymes? That orca sometimes make a loud noise to summon the trainer. I'm still a newbie, so I don't have a security card to get into the pool room yet. And so even if she tries to summon somebody, there isn't much I can do about it. I see. So the witness could enter the crime scene. If Mr. Rhymes can enter the room, there's at least one thing he can't be sure about. His statement that the orca was playing volleyball is purely speculation.
Silence.
Whether the orca was actually playing volleyball or not is not the issue. Traces of the orca's saliva were found on the cloth that was underneath the crates. The important point is that the orca is the only one that could have moved the items. I have to discredit that statement somehow. If I don't, it mean that orca was the culprit, even if the victim died beside the pool. And I could, like, prove that the victim died, like, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms away, and they'd still find a way to blame the whale.
Hold it!
Were you really in the staff room at 10 a.m.? Are you sure about the time you were in the staff room? What? Yeah, yes, I'm sure. I'm pretty good with time. I've never been late to work once. If he's sure about the time, then there's something wrong with that statement. I better take another look through the court record. Wait, what? Alright, please continue with your testimony, Mr. Rhymes.
Wait, when did Pearls meet him? Wasn't that like when he was in the Wait, did he say he was in the staff room or somewhere else? Hang on. Oh, the staff room. Yeah, he wasn't in the staff room. He was in the fucking the feeding room, the prep room. You heard the noise all the way in the staff room? Yeah, the food prep room's here, not up there.
That's right. The orca pool room and the staff room are pretty close to each other. Anyway, I heard the noise. And so I went to the door of the pool room. Yeah, but I don't have a security card, so all I could do was look through the door crack.
What kind of noise did you hear?
Want me to describe it? Oh yeah. Yo, crash, boom, bowing down to relativity. Everything falling with sweet simplicity. It's testimony, yo. It ain't got no fallacies. Things falling and breaking was pure insanity.
You could probably worked on that last one a little bit.
Kinda like that.
Okay, but why the need to rap it?
Well, I don't really get all of that, but in my case, I gathered it was a very loud noise. Very well, please describe what you saw at the scene.
Hold it!
You couldn't see the victim?
I was just looking through the door crack. Guess all that stuff was blocking my view. I didn't notice a whole bunch of coins scattered all over the place, though. But at the time, I had no idea the captain was dead.
Killed by the gold coins. Ironic, isn't it? Perhaps the orca wanted to be paid for her labor. Paid in coins raining from the skies. It's a whale. I don't think the whale has concept of money.
Coins raining from the skies? Makes it sound almost poetic.
Yeah, but the hard truth is that those coins were actually the murder weapon. We all deserve to be paid for our work, do we not? I shall have a fine meal tonight. Hey, you're a fucking criminal, my guy. You're in jail. You don't get to get paid shit. Except unless it's your debts to society. If you find our client guilty, that is. Mr. Rhymes, do you have a theory on how the things got knocked down?
Of course I do.
Hold it!
She uses this ball and does a spike, right? We had a nice little demonstration of wireless spike for ourselves just yesterday. Why is Rhyme's eyes so far apart on the straight-on? I don't look that far apart on the straight-on, although the straight-on is a little cursed. Like, it's not that they're far apart from me, it's just that, like, despite the fact he's blinking, it still just looks like he's staring a little too hard. It really does look creepy. I will give you that.
You stand in the muck on the floor, the orca spikes the bullet at you.
Taka is good at flying straight at his target as well. I see plenty of targets right here in this room. Are you threatening violence, my good sir?
He ducked.
Everybody's so busy protecting their head they forgot about the trial.
Including you.
Tell them what the defendant caused to happen. Well, the orca knows people standing in a certain spot for volleyball.
Hold it!
Are you saying that you think she knocked down the items on purpose?
I don't want to believe it myself, but that orca's pretty smart. It'd be easy for her to pull the cloth on the stuff was on while she was playing volleyball. Yeah, orcas are really strong. One good pull and all those things would come crashing down.
I guess maybe an orca could be strong enough to make that much stuff fall.
I've never seen an orca play tug-of-war myself, but the fact is this one did. Traces of the orca's saliva found the cloth prove it. How long do you plan to walk this tightrope on those shaky theories of yours?
The chest area looks so weird on the head-on. Okay, if there's another head-on, I want to take a look. Wait until you see me do acrobatics. Moments like these are what I became a lawyer for. I don't know why, but Mr. Rhymes is lying. I'm afraid I have to expose that secret he and Pearls were keeping to resolve this. It's chest area. Why, like up here? Like, near his neck? What's weird about it? This part here looks weirdly flat to me. Like, right at his neck base, it looks like really, like it's squished almost. Like, there's no depth to it. Why so many folds? Oh, yeah, I guess I see what you mean. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, here's my theory. Because we're doing like an aquatic theme case, it's supposed to subtly look like he has gills, because he works in an aquarium. Like, I don't know what body part that's supposed to be that would have like ridges like that. Because I certainly have never seen it. It almost looks like his ribs are up near his neck. But I'm just thinking like it looks kind of like gills. Alright, 10:10 a.m. He was not in the staff room. Fucking liar. Where do we like prove that? Is it this? I guess now we present the calendar. For the reason I didn't think we'd present it. But here we are. You say you were in the staff room, but is that really true? Of course it's true. Why would I lie about a thing like that? Mr. Rhymes, have you ever seen this calendar before? Okay, now it definitely looks weird. Hey, that's a... I see you recognize it. Yeah, that's the rifle calendar. The big hit at the Ship-Shape Aquarium shop. Thank you for shopping at Ship-Shape. Mr. Rhymes, please refrain from scattering fish all around the witness stand. Not to worry, your baldness. Taka will have them cleaned up in no time. Does Taka eat fish? I guess that bird comes in handy now and then. All right, Mr. Wright, we have all seen your cute souvenir. And now if you wouldn't mind... no, Your Honor, this isn't my calendar. It was originally the witness's, but it came into possession of a certain young lady. What? Mr. Rhymes and this young lady first met each other at the food prep room. After a mishap, the calendar got switched. They ran into each other at about 10:10 a.m. in the food prep room. So clearly the witness was not in the staff room. In other words, there's no way he could have heard the noise in the pool room upstairs. What's this? This is the first I'm hearing about any calendar. Bro, it's the definition of skin and bones. Well, apparently when, you work at an aquarium, you don't get to go home. You just take naps in the designated nap room, as we saw on the map. Man probably doesn't get to eat very much, except for maybe whatever fish are left over from feeding the other fish. When your only food is leftover sardines, yeah, you'd be pretty thin too. That's because Mr. Rhymes and Pearls were keeping it a secret. You lied to me? This transgression will not go unpunished. So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't hear the noise of the equipment falling after all, did you? Okay, I admit it. I didn't hear the noise in the Orca pool room myself. But somebody told me about it. Who told you about it? It was, Unless you tell the truth, Mr. Rhymes, I can't save Orla. And I'm sure you know how sad that would make Miss Buckler. I heard about it from Sasha. Wait, what? You telling me she was in the room when the crates fell? Oh, from Miss Buckler? But that doesn't make any sense. What is going on here? Now it's the trainer's own words that drive the Orca into a corner. You like being bitten by your own client, right, Dono? I certainly didn't see this coming. Perfect timing. There was something I wanted to ask Miss Buckler about the Orca. The prosecution calls the trainer, Miss Sasha Buckler, to the stand. Yes, I suppose it would be a good idea to hear what the Orca's trainer has to say. I don't know what Sasha's gonna say. I'll just have to meet it head on, whatever it is. We will take a 20-minute recess while the witness is summoned. Alright, well that definitely put a twist in it. I mean, there was no reason to believe she wasn't present. It was certainly implied that she wasn't present. But I guess now that I think about it, we didn't have any need to think she wasn't present. But I guess we'll find out what she was doing in the room at the time of the accident next time, because I think we'll probably stop it here. I am a bit tired, and I need to get up and go out tomorrow. My throat's also feeling kind of funny, so I don't want to go any further and make it something real out of it. So I'm gonna give my throat a rest. But we will continue this next time. In the meantime, that will definitely be it as a result. But I should hopefully be back tomorrow for some lingo, perhaps. Sasha asking us to defend someone from a murder she committed. It's just Dr. Crab. Yeah, exactly. I almost wonder if she's... Wait, wouldn't that be funny if she ended up being the perpetrator? I don't know. Maybe that's too obvious, right? Because, like, she asks us to defend the client, but then it turns out she's actually the killer. That would be like the perfect way to try and brush off your guiltiness. It's like, oh, please defend my friend because she's been accused of murder that I totally didn't frame her for. Like, I don't think we've seen that before, but it still might feel a little obvious. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe she is the criminal, but we still don't know this Dr. Crab, and that because we don't know this Dr. Crab, that itself seems a little suspicious. Can't wait to meet this Dr. Crab. But yes, they will hopefully be answered next time. Otherwise, that will be it for today. I will be back tomorrow with Lingo. And otherwise, Minecraft on Friday. More Metroid on Monday. And yeah, we will continue this special episode of Dual Destinies next week. So, have a good night, everyone. And thanks for watching.